Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Slime Light Novel Readings. Now, slightly darker because we're living in a shimless world.
His camera's having issues,
His
and it
camera's
wasn't
just
Well, it's
having
weird
earlier.
because, like,
And I won't cry for yesterday in a shimless world.
That's why Fenris is
I
lit the
will
way he is,
survive.
because we're in the darkest timeline. There's no shim.
That's strange. It's never done this before.
It's
Like, I
going
can
to
see
be
myself.
You can see yourself, but I can't. Okay,
God, a
hang on.
fenless
Yeah.
world, I think would roll off the tongue more than a fenful world.
A very fenful world. Oh no.
That was very fenfis, I'm sorry.
Oh,
A fenfis.
Oh, video
Offense.
background.
I was gonna say it was
I'm
offensive.
working it.
You didn't have to change the word. It was already
I was
there.
trying to get to it. I'm like,
It
hold
was
on,
a
hold on.
layup.
My brain.
What the hell, dude?
We have a
Turned off
very
our acceleration.
fenful spirit in the chat.
I kind of deserve this for all the Jin Uwu things I came up with yesterday.
No.
Pass.
Oh, you
No.
wanna know a funny thing?
Stop.
that
No,
happened?
I don't.
was
I
streaming.
don't. No.
No.
Bad. No. No.
But-
No. No.
Ah.
No.
But it's really funny.
No.
Bad, no.
No.
It's funny for me.
Congratulations. No.
Someone else knows that song.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's
So-
weird. I'm in stream too. It's doing the same thing. Weird.
Yeah.
Maybe I would say either unplug and plug the camera back in, or
I mean, no, it's not it's not a separate
no,
camera.
no,
It's
no,
just the one that's in my
spreading.
laptop.
Yeah, it's built
Oh.
in.
It's weird. It's like I can see
Oh.
myself.
I mean, yeah,
Stream
the
I
only thing would
can.
be turning. That'd be the only
Did
thing
you
with turning camera off and on, or
try
laptop
switching
off and on.
cameras on Discord and switching it back?
can
See if
try
that'll
that.
fix it.
Yeah, I'll try that.
All
We'll
right.
see.
While
Oh,
that's
yeah.
going on, let me get to
At
the
least you can
point.
hear my voice though. At least.
Let me get to the point I was trying to make. Okay. Because I got to do updates, and that's important. Okay. So, important updates. Shield 9 script is done.
I'll be right back.
Or 9?
Wait, just
Fuck.
not script.
Shield 4.
The script.
Shield 4
Oh.
script is done. Shield 4 script is done. Boy, if they're at Shield 9 already, wow.
Damn.
That's some speed. No, Shield 4 script is done. Slime 9 is out on Patreon. I was getting those two mixed up in my mouth. Slime 9 is up
Mouthwords.
on Patreon. It is live. The full song at the end credits, Rimaruya, is also up and available for all of our patrons. And they can go grab it and download it and listen to it wherever they want. Put it up on your phone. Play it on an Echo device, whatever. Listen to it on your computer. Chill to it while you're at the gym. I don't care. Have fun with it. Have a good old time. It's still doing the stupid thing. I'm sorry, Shem. So you might just be an icon today, but that's okay. I'd rather
Yeah,
look at
that's
an
fine.
icon
He's
than two
already an
squares
icon.
just
I can just
going
read.
across. Yeah,
I was gonna say,
shut
could try
up.
restarting his computer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
I
only
could
other
do
thing
that
could
when
think
it's not
of.
my turn.
I mean,
Well,
we still got
unless,
18
Fen's
minutes till
starting.
he
Is
starts
Fen
anyway.
starting?
Yeah, we're not reading right in this second. So.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm gonna do that real quick.
Guys, we are about to read right this second. Shut up.
You're talking about slime, like 9.
Like,
You don't know how short of a period that's gonna be.
You
Shut
don't know how
up.
short it might be to boot up his laptop.
How quick is
Wait,
it
is
gonna
it
be to
Hard
boot up
drive or
your
SSD,
laptop?
real quick, actually.
That's okay. I guess I can just be an icon for now.
Okay.
Yeah, it
I don't
doesn't
wanna- I don't
matter.
wanna hold everything
it
up.
doesn't matter. You're
It's
making
okay.
You're making a mountain out of a molehill. It's not a big
Yeah, that's
deal.
strange though.
But I like my molehill being large.
Yeah.
A lot
Stop.
of
Stop.
mountain hill?
Can
It's
we?
a problem. We're trying to solve it.
All right. Good night,
Solve.
everybody. Good night, everybody. Bye.
You got a problem, yo, I'll solve it.
No, you won't. Y'all just make it worse.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Real quick.
You're like Carmax. I don't know if it'll fix
Let's
a
make
cold
it worse
sore,
while
but
the
it
DJ
sure will.
replaces
It sure will make it shiny and more noticeable.
Oh, that's better.
All right. So, as I was saying, Slime 9 is out. It's up on Patreon along with the song at the end of the credits. And then finally, casting is officially going on right now. Auditions are live for Konosuba. So if you want to audition for the Konosuba one shot, that is going on right now. You are welcome to do that. Except for like 2 characters who have barely anything to say. I'm just gonna outright cast them because I'm like, there's no reason. There's no reason to make anybody audition for a character that has 2 lines of dialogue, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I kind of have a vague idea as to who I want this person to be. So it's like, hey, you do this. You be this person. You have this person energy. Do this person. Be that.
I need 10 minutes of your time.
That's overly optimistic. 10 minutes for 2 lines? 5. I need 5 minutes
5
of your
minutes.
time. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to do both characters.
Let's
maybe,
face
but-
it. 5 minutes of your time. Let's face it. You spent time with another man, and it's taken even less time. Come on. Let's be real here.
It's like, do me a favor, read this
Fuck
paper
you.
and talk to the microphone, please. All right, thank you.
That wasn't a targeted attack, but if you felt offended, that's a you problem, not a me problem.
I mean-
Skill issue, Dio. Skill issue, Dio. Cover your pee-pee, Dio. Cover your pee-pee, Dio.
Tell me your pee-pee.
All right.
Kenya, you can't say things like that.
No,
This
yes,
is
she
a
can.
Christian Minecraft stream.
No, it's
What the
not.
hell? Yeah.
Hey,
No,
hey,
okay, by all
hey,
means.
Hey.
By all
Family
means.
friendly. We're family friendly.
Family
Dio.
friendly.
Family friendly, Dio. Family friendly.
Firmer.
All right. Yes, guys, we're already going
so
through.
family friendly. Why do you
Guys.
keep telling me to Dio?
Guys, we are very, very much going through the copyright dance with the ants in our pants over at YouTube. I can't even tell you. It hasn't even been up for 24 hours yet. And already the video has been removed for copyright, and we're currently fighting it. So, we're doing the copyright dance with the YouTubes, It's what we're used to.
It's not even
It's-
just demonetized. It's just gone.
It's
Wow.
been removed. Now, this is not our first time dealing with a video getting removed for like copyright issues and all that other stuff. So don't panic just yet. If it gets to the point where we need a public pressure campaign, don't you worry. We'll reach out. We'll let you know. Get to it. Public campaign. Start tweeting about it. We'll get YouTube's like ass in gear and they'll do something about it, because the one thing that they're good about doing is succumbing to public pressure when it starts building up against them. So let's get that on board. Let's see if they're going to actually do everything that they need to do first. That having been said,
We're cheap.
ladies and gentlemen of the congregation, please
did
open
it.
your holy books of Remuism to page 47 of the physical book of Kendall Shem. What is it?
Location 716.
And
I still don't know
Bookwalker?
what's wrong with that.
17% of the book.
Page 59.
59.
Oh, yeah, that's Moon's thing.
That's a lot more accurate. I don't know why they're doing locations now. It makes more sense to do page numbers.
Page 62 for me when I have Kindle. I don't know.
Yeah, apparently they did it at 5 p.m. and I was like, because they're fast,
Wow. Someone was up early to watch.
And
Oh, no. No. Well, I don't think anybody was physically there to watch it. I think the bots just removed
Oh,
it.
that's right. It's the bots.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I hope the bots enjoyed it before they removed it. Hope they took the time to watch.
they watched it as soon as the video was over.
Beep boop. This is a nice video. What a shame I have to copyright it, claim it.
But it is copyright claimable, so I'm gonna copyright claim it.
Yeah.
No.
It's a living.
Yeah.
All
I feel like
right,
a similar thing's gonna happen with episode of Shield Hero. I don't know why.
Hopefully not.
Oh, no, probably. I mean, here's the thing. Bandai
No.
Namco is fucking notorious. They're the ones that
Oh, is
took
that
our
who
channel
owns it?
down a few times. Yeah, Bandai Namco owns
Oh.
Slime.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
Yeah.
I didn't know that they own Shade Hero too.
I don't think they are, but the people that own Shield aren't exactly nice either.
Yeah, that's
They're
fair.
not exactly well known for being kind. Anyhow,
On Shield.
I'll look it up while Shim. They can't be quite as bad as whom?
The guys who did Dragon Ball.
Toei?
Toei Animation.
Yeah,
The
Toei's
people
Are
the
they
who
pretty
worst.
claimed
bad at that
anime
too?
that wasn't theirs.
Who did?
Oh,
Toei.
Wait, Toei tried to
Toei.
claim what anime?
Naruto.
Which one?
what?
Toei tried to claim Naruto?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
When did this happen?
During the Totally Not Mark thing. They
Oh,
claimed
that's
his Naruto
hilarious.
videos.
oh my
That's
god.
funny. I was like, bro, they don't even own Naruto. They can't claim that. Like,
Yeah. Couldn't they get in trouble for that? If claiming something that's
Good.
not theirs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
possibly.
Get countersacked?
Trouble.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh.
Goes to show how abusable YouTube's copyright system is.
Mm.
Okay. Kinema Citrus produces the Rising of Shield Hero anime, which is based on light novel series. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, but who distributes it? That's the important thing. Kadokawa World Entertainment. Okay. I don't know how bad Kadokawa is.
Oh, they're not
but-
that bad.
Okay, but starting off for us, Shim, if you would not mind.
Before we get
Okay.
started, Richie, for those of you who would like to follow us in the light novel reading, here is a link to this volume of Slime from Bookwalker. If you do buy it, please send them an email saying that we sent you, or leave a review saying we sent you. It will greatly help our odds of getting sponsored.
If you've already bought it, still leave
Please
a
and
review
thanks.
that says, "Hey, we sent you."
Yes.
And let us not forget, everyone out home, if we have funny moments or we just do a really good read, don't be afraid to clip.
Lady Chad,
please.
looking at you. Clip the shit out of this episode.
We
Please.
know you're watching.
Please, the clips you did for the last thing were great.
You did 5 freaking.
I actually have
clips.
not watched them yet.
I have neither.
Or the newer
She
ones.
She posts
anyway.
them somewhere?
My favorite one is just the one titled "God damn it, Moon."
That's good. That's how you know it's gonna be good.
I love it.
Oh, Eddie's God.
Wow.
Great job, Moon. You know he said it too. As he
Yeah, he'll
walked
be
off,
back.
he muted his mic and
Yeah, I'll be
everything.
back.
He'll be.
If we can get an
Ah.
edit of just him saying, "God damn it, Moon," as he's walking off.
Well,
Oh, he's getting a couple of waters.
hold on. Okay. Should I hold on? Do we start at the nervous tension spread across the control center?
Yes.
I would say
I
yeah.
got kind
I would
of
say
okay,
yeah.
cool. Cool, because I got thrown off a couple pages back. All right, anyway.
Oh yeah. You're fine.
The nervous tension spread across the control center had subsided a little. Ramirez, declaring victory atop Beretta's shoulder, was quieter now. Like she needed a nap. Beretta, used to his role, kept his calm demeanor as he tended to his ever-frantic master. Shinji, watching this from a distance, had been taking in all the previous chaos like he was a spectator at a sports meet. The battle unfolding was so completely beyond his understanding that it seemed to transcend the limits of reality itself. Paradoxically, it helped him stay calm. He understood why Ramirez was freaking out, but really, she should collect herself a bit more, he thought. I wish she'd learn a little from Beretta. That's what he truly felt, but he'd never truly say it out loud. If he did, it'd lead to needless strife and likely a pay cut. Yes, Ramirez's labyrinth was truly a mind-boggling invention, but she herself was weaker than Shinji. Weak beyond compare, even. No matter how much she panicked and carried on in here, she couldn't actually do very much. Besides, Shinji recalled the victory celebration held the other day. All those magic-born titans boasting untold stores of power, and they had pledged their loyalty to one man, the Demon Lord Rimuru. Shinji was an otherworlder, a capable one, rated Special A by the Free Guild. He had something called his experience points measured, and right now was more than 120,000. He even possessed the unique skill
Existence
Restorer.
points.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Existence points measured.
Which
EP,
Uh,
your
How many-
electronic penis.
You
EP.
get
You
get one
motherf-
extra point each year for how many you
it wasn't me
live.
this time.
That's 120,000. Sorry.
Is that
That's
how
a lot
old?
of penis.
That's a lot of peas.
It's
That's a
over
lot of
9,000.
E-peen. Yeah.
EP, I'll tell you what, I'm getting EP right now.
EP. Yeah, I'm a little EP as well.
Look, reading books
I
make
could
you
tell by
sleepy
your
sometimes.
voice.
Yeah. He even possessed the unique
Really
skill of
phoning
restore.
this in today, man. Jeez.
Ooh.
Mm.
In the Imperial Army. Sorry, my book thing is taking a little bit of. Okay, there we go. In the Imperial Army. Army.
It almost sounded like you were
He-
starting to sing it. And I was like, well, I mean, if you're going to turn it into a musical,
yeah.
go for it, man.
That'd be really hard to do
No.
with impromptu lyrics.
Especially
that
not
don't rhyme.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He was treated
You just
as
gotta
a
find. You just.
emphasi. Yeah. In the Imperial Army, he was treated as an ace commando. Yeah, I don't know how to sing that part. And he admittedly
The Imperial
What kind of
Army
song would you
Army
sing for
was
that? Yeah.
he was
treated
treated as an ace
commando.
commando. Yeah.
There you go.
He admittedly
Just gotta find that
allowed his
rhythm.
superiority to get to his head a little. I can't. I fucking.
You gotta change what the
Fucking-
song is each time, each sentence.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
Steve it up a little bit, yeah.
Steer.
You can't come up after us for copyright. We made this, bitch.
Watch them do it anyway.
No, they did not. They were not able to claim any of the songs at the end.
Good.
None of it was.
Yeah, but they
Good.
better not be able to.
we made it in house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Steve! Poor Rimuru is
Amazing.
singing!
Good.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right.
In
This
the
musical
Imperial
moment,
Army.
This musical moment is brought to you by a Slime episode 9.
Squarespace.
You can find it now. No. This musical moment is brought to you by Slime episode 9. You can find it now over on our Patreon.
Yeah.
Woo!
In the Imperial Army, he was treated as an ace commando, and immediately allowed his superiority to get to his head a little. Here, though, he was nothing special. Even the beautiful sisters manning the operator controls had EPs of more than 150,000. That's a lot of EP. It quickly, and understandably, made Shinji stop dwelling on his own strength so much. Furthermore, Mark's EP was pegged at 130,000, while Shen scored 120,000. They seemed pretty equal overall, and none of them would even register in the minds of the monsters being shown on screen here. But despite that, even with Tempest main force unavailable, they were still making a competitive fight out of this. That alone, Shinji thought, was amazing. Looking back, the force that laid waste to the Empire's proud armored division was not even 30% of the Tempest force's full power. That, too, was before the victory party where the Demon Lord Rimuru rewarded his top Magicborn officers and they fell into evolutionary sleep. Now they were seeing guys graduate into the million class. Shinji's mind could barely keep up with this. Monster evolutions, including Geld's just now, made no sense to him. I am so glad that I left the Empire for Tempest. He gave a sincere mental thank you to Lord Ghidorah. Then his mind, or his eyes, moved to the monitor where his former commanding officer, Minutes, was leading a group fighting off Cornu, one of the 3 mystic leaders. It looked like something from a movie. I mean, what can they even do against these kinds of monsters? I can't believe freaks like that are up there in the first place. In Shinji's mind, Minutes and Caligulio must be insane that they were charging in a battle despite losing all their power. He wondered if they were scared, but seeing this movie-like plot of 2 fallen warriors charging back up against their foes made him think that not everyone in the Empire's officer corps was a waste of space. It just felt so unrealistic. So much so, he wondered if these 2 thought they were the heroes of their own little movie plots or something, and that was perhaps why his mind wandered away from the danger at hand, to escape reality. Now his attention was focused on Shuna, who was busy providing refreshments to everyone. But man, Shuna's just as sweet as always, huh? There was no point dwelling on his employer. She didn't matter to him. This vulgar fighting didn't occupy his mind. Instead, it was all about the incredibly fetching Shuna. Just recalling her as she politely bowed and left the room made Shinji feel happier. She was so dignified, so flawless. She looked like such a fleeting figure, who would fade into the wind if you touched her, but she was notorious for being a scary woman when riled. Shinji was hardly the one who looked up, Shinji was hardly the only one who looked up to her. Mark and Shen were fellow members of Shuna's fan club, alongside the new recruits Lucius and Raymond. On the other hand, there was Ramirez, his employer. He sighed. Shinji, she said, if you wanted to say something, I'll hear you out, but she was so keenly sharp only when it came to stuff like this. No, it's nothing. Shinji hurriedly denied it, wondering if it was showing on his face. Lord Ghidorah, his master, told him all the time that if you want to be a wizard, you must always keep your presence of mind. You got much to learn there, my boy. Now he could see the wisdom in that. Yes, Shinji could get emotional by comparison, and he was poor at the type of self-control that all wizards needed. Shen always kept it cool, never revealing how he felt, but he wasn't suited to magic. Too bad it wasn't the other way around. Too bad it wasn't the other way around, Ghidorah always told him, and now Shinji had to admit his shortcomings. Well, if Lady Ramirez is unoccupied enough to yell at me again, maybe she'll forgive me for it this time. He knew he was dreaming. Besides, comparing Chuna with Ramirez was ridiculous from the start. It was like comparing a grown woman to a child, or not even that. Chuna still exhibited traits of innocent youth, but the way she held herself was as a truly refined woman. Ramirez had been alive for millennia, but her mental age was still as low as her physical bodies. She was a kid, and look, this is an analogy
Something really
situation.
backwards with this analogy.
Yeah, this is weird. This is like a Nowie situation. Anyway,
See,
she was a kid in looks and mind.
This is the only time where I feel like the people that say age is just a number might have a point.
Yeah.
What?
This is the only time in which
Well, I
people who
guess.
say that actually might have a point. And it's
Yeah,
because
you
these
have the
millennia
examples right here.
It's because these millennia old children are running around.
Yeah.
Maybe
This
they've
is
just
like
been
a
around
Nowie
for
situation.
so long. They've been around for so long, they've just reverted back to childlike.
They
their
just don't care
childlike
anymore.
ways. Yeah, they just don't give a shit
Strange.
anymore. They're just all
They
children.
grew old and then went the way of Benjamin Button and started regressing, and everyone's like, wait a minute.
No.
They're getting smaller.
Like, what do I matter? I'll outlive you anyway, so.
Yep. Oh yeah.
What would you have then? Think!
My kingdom,
I'd still have
my
you.
title.
Which
Wow.
title? And which title in which database?
The title of heavyweight champion of the world.
I still have your throat in my fucking arm.
Oh,
Ooh, baby.
hot.
Not in the hot
Harder.
way you're thinking.
Oh, never mind then.
Are you literally
The
trying
painful
to
way.
Because if so, ooh.
Oh.
I'm trying to end your life. Get it on already. I mean, Jesus.
Like, I've lived,
Yeah,
I've seen
on with
enough,
it.
all right?
Do you have a
I've
death
outlived my
wish?
life.
I'm
plan,
bored of this
fine.
life. Let me go on to the next one, see what's going on there.
Do you have some sort of death wish or something? Wishes are for non-believers.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope hell. Well.
That's a good one.
Well. Very good.
Hoping for a miracle right now.
Fuck. Okay.
Well.
I don't know where, but I'm gonna write that down at some point for some characters. Like, do
write that down.
you have some
For
kind of
prosperity.
death wish or something? Wishes are for non-believers.
Yeah,
It'll happen. Just give it a minute.
that would be really good for like a.
The-
I mean, that
fucking,
could work in some
If anyone
lines,
ever did a
season
Love Is
2,
War,
or
that's a
season
perfect
3.
Ishigami quote.
No.
If anyone did a Love Is
No.
War
Richie,
abridged.
Richie,
No. Solo
Hinata
leveling.
versus
Huh?
Hinata versus Rimuru.
Yeah,
Who?
season
Eh.
3.
Yeah.
Hinata versus Rimuru. When they had their fight at the end of season 2.
Doesn't work.
Rimuru.
No. In season 2, that's not at the end of season 2. That's towards the beginning of season 2, and that's
Dude,
not
it's
going to
been
be at
fucking a
the.
while since I watched it.
Yeah, it's not even going to be
Been a
the end
while.
of season. It's not even going to be the end of season 3 when they have their next bout. Yeah.
That's gonna be like in the middle, yeah. Like maybe the halfway point, I'd say.
Also a big word of warning, and I get it. There are people out there that just spurned this warning out there. Don't watch the opening for
Spurn.
Mushoku Tensei. Huge fucking spoiler in the OP.
Oh, come on. I hate it when
Yeah.
they do that.
I'll
That
keep that
sucks.
in mind,
Oh,
thank you, because I
You
still
know
need to watch
what?
that.
You know what? We could use that line in
Hi, Rick.
solo leveling.
That's
Hello.
what I said. That's what I said. I was like, you could use that in solo leveling.
You
There's
did.
so many people
Yeah.
that would say that, and it's like, wishing is for. It's like they're like, do you have some kind of death wish? Wishing is for not.
Wishing is for
It's like,
non-believers.
no, it's not Jinwoo that would say that. Jinwoo would be like, do you have some kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
death wish? And it's like, wishing is for non-believers.
guy.
And it's like, just pulls
Isn't
him
there
in.
isn't there a moment
bruh,
in Solo Leveling when he's talking
buddy?
to his
I'm your god.
Is he talking?
Man.
Who's holding the buzz haircut
I'm
guy? I think
literally
my
the god of
character.
death. Like, no, it wouldn't be season 1. It would not be.
Oh, God,
Oh, okay.
No,
No,
this is post Arise. No. This is Shadow Monarch shit.
Shadow Monarch.
Yeah. Wishing
I
is
can
for
see
non-believers. No. Such a line like that is not good enough for a character like Motoyasu or Motoyasu. No, fuck no. No.
Oh, fuck me.
Because that's like a Vegeta
I was
line
thinking-
from DBZ Abridged. That's something.
Yeah,
I
that's
expect
literally like the
Vegeta to
Broly
say.
movie.
Yeah, almost kind of like that. But he's like, what is a god to a non-believer? You know.
And
But
it's
then-
like, do you
but then-
believe now?
Exactly, because that's like Vegeta has his moment. He's up there, and then he immediately gets brought back down. And that's kind of what's about to happen to this character. Whatever, but he's like, do you have some kind of death wish? Wishing is for non-believers. And it's like, oh, so I'm about to convert you into a believer. Gotcha. Hi, I'm
and then
God.
I saw her face.
And it's like the scene just pauses.
I'm a
Hi.
believer.
No, hush. Stop. No. No.
Question, Richie. Question. Please remind me of this. Does Igris fight the hybrid bug from Jeju Island?
No.
That would have been perfect if they did. The bug asking Igris if he had a death wish, and then Igris saying, "That's the line."
Wishing is for
The
non-believers.
line.
Thank you.
No. No. The one that fights Beru.
Oh. God damn it! Fuck you, Ryuma.
What?
You're
Wishing
right.
is for the
Motoyasu
beavers.
would say wishing is for the beavers.
The Beavers.
Okay.
No, the
see,
beavers.
see. Here's the. God damn it! All right, so I'm done taking any more like dialogue or writing advice for the moment. Let's get back to the story. Let's get back to it.
Okay.
Get back in the story, Shinji.
Okay.
Back in the fucking
Yeah.
Get back to the.
If you don't do
story,
it, Shem will have to do it again.
Yeah.
Don't make him come in there.
Shem will get his belt.
Mm.
Who wants Daddy's
Interessante.
belt? I'm waiting. I'm going to cast him as like a smooth talking character that does that, like a Walter type who just walks in. Who wants Daddy's belt? This is like goddamn.
The belt of tideweight champion in the world. Yeah.
That's the cutaway. After that, Lee says that.
Hoorah. Yeah.
Dude, if you keep spouting that nonsense, I'm going to make more shorts of the Reamer Wrestling Federation and put you in them with Carson.
We need them though. They're
We
funny.
do. We need more promos. We really do.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
This episode is
Oh,
sponsored by the RWF. It's like-
Ramirez had been okay. I think that's where we left off.
yeah.
Ramirez had been alive for millennia, but her mental age was still as low as her physical bodies. She was a kid in looks and mind, but she couldn't even compete in the same arena as Shuna. The juxtaposition was so stark, Shinji even felt a little bad for Ramirez. Shinji's mind was far away from pressing matters, and that's why he could notice. One man among them, usually too lazy to lift a finger, had stood up from his seat, and Vesta, his dedicated boss, was sprawled over his desk, fast asleep. "Oh, Dino, what are you doing? Or what are you doing?" It was sheer coincidence that Shinji posed that question, but it turned out to be the MVP performance of the day. Shinji, the least dedicated to this war of anyone in the room, wound up contributing more to it than anyone else. Dino stood up and attempted to carry out the duty handed to him. It was with a great deal of reluctance, given how much he hated working, but an old acquaintance of his had asked for it, and he couldn't turn him down. Besides, he had been taken by the compulsive idea that he had to do it, but something unexpected got in the way. "Oh, Dino, what are you doing?" The moment he heard Shinji's voice, Dino realized his mission had failed. He had intended to get everything over with before anyone could notice, but the exact right kind of interference showed up at the exact right time. It was a colossal blunder. No one could have ever predicted this act from Dino either. The hand that had reached out to grab Ramirez was now caught in Beretta's iron grip. It all happened in a single moment. If Shinji hadn't spoken up, nothing would have stopped him. What are you trying to do, Sir Dino? That's a surprise. I didn't expect anyone to get in your way. Yeesh. I was waiting for everyone to relax. Oh, sorry. I didn't expect anyone to get in the way. Yeesh. I was waiting for everyone to relax and stop being so tense because you were around. Or you were around, too. Seriously, Shinji? You really got a lot of potential, you know? You could be big. Dino was griping, but he meant half it as well. Or he half meant it as well, excuse me. He knew only a handful of people in the world could spot his moves. That was why he had so much confidence this would work. It's confidence that was fully shot now. Rolling his eyes, Dino sighed and stole a glance at Shinji. Then he shook his head and looked back, sneering at Beretta. By now, people around Shinji were seeing the weight of the situation, but there wasn't much they could do. Alpha and the other Dryads stepped up to surround Dino, ferrying Ramirez away from Beretta's shoulder and into their protection. Huh? Ramirez, left behind by these transpiring events, looked at Beretta, then Dino, trying bravely to understand the predicament. Shinji stepped away from Dino to attend to Vesta, but Mark and his other friends were just crouched over in their seats, not moving. They were asleep as well, despite everything going on, and now everyone could tell something was wrong. Hey, Dino! Shinji shouted. You did something, didn't you? Yeah, kinda, came the listless reply. But, if you got resistance to my power, you must have a pretty excellent skill there. You caught me off guard, Shinji. I'm not exactly happy about the compliment. He actually was a little happy, but Shinji didn't say that. Dino merely shrugged. He offered Shinji praise, but otherwise he didn't seem to care about him much, because he didn't even offer him another look. Instead, his eyes were on Ramirez, behind Beretta's shoulder. Ramirez, sorry about this, but you think you could maybe work with my team? I don't want to get rough, and if you agree to help us, I promise I'll treat you well. Neither of us wants to shed needless blood, right? So, do you mind coming with me? It was about as serious a statement as Dino had ever delivered. Ramirez's reaction to it was predictable. Huh? Have you gone loony or what? Rimu's gonna beat your ass silly once he gets back, you know. Ramirez was always keen to rely on someone else's reputation to defend herself. She wasn't wrong either. Dino had to chuckle. Yeah, I'm sure. I figured you'd say that. But, I'm not gonna sit here and accept that. I'm reluctant to do this, a lot. But I'm a monitor and all, so... A monitor? You mean one of those 7 primordial angels? The closest servants of Sir Veldanava? Well said. And yes, I used to be one of those primordials. Ever since Feldway and the other leaders left for that alternate world, I've been taking care of monitoring activity in their place. Oh, no way! No, I mean it. This was a sheer bolt out of the blue for Ramirez. Dino, a demon lord who even he himself admitted was mostly baggage, actually turned out to be someone important. In fact, someone named by Veldanava himself, the creator. Ramirez never saw it coming. Veldanava had also named Ramirez, but after reincarnating herself too many times, she had wholly forgotten that fact. It would pop back into her memory once she had tamed her complete form, but when that would be was anyone's guess. I mean, I thought the primordials all went over to the other world. Of course not, man. Once the surface world was repressed and everything was peaceful again, Sir Veldanava wanted that other world to become stable for him. You know that. Oh, well, yes, but... Ramirez was acting a little strange, but Dino brushed it off. Pursuing it would just cause more strife for him, and trying to explain it all was even more of a pain. So he continued, assuming Ramirez knew the whole story. So Feldway and 3 other primordial angels were assigned to do that, which left the other 3, me included, to handle things here. We're serving as Sir Veldanava's boots on the ground. You included? Yeah. I get it if you don't believe me, but I used to treat the job really seriously at one point. But then some stuff happened, and I went from a seraphim to a fallen angel, and that sort of thing. My partners are kind of the same way, too, so there's no pure primordial angel left any longer, actually. Whoa, hey, you're forgetting the most important part. I want to find out what kind of stuff happened. That's more important than anything. Ramirez's patience was clearly wearing thin. Dino just sullenly sighed. Look, stop, all right? It's too much of a pain to explain it. That stuff doesn't matter to me anyway. Just use your imagination to fill in the blanks, okay? For now, I want to bargain with you. Don't make us fill in the blanks, thought everybody in the room at once, but Dino's indolence was world-renowned by now. There was no point. Everyone knew in asking him to explain himself, so they just gave up and listened to Dino's demands. So what do you want, huh? Ramirez asked, speaking for the group. Like what I just said. If Ramirez will work with us, I swear we won't lay a finger on anyone in this labyrinth. If you refuse, well, my hands are tied. I'll have to take you anyway, and I'll kill everyone in my way if I have to. You think I'm gonna say yes to that after what you did? Nah, I guess not. But really, that's not a problem at all. Ideally, you'll want to work with us. But if it comes down to it, I've been told they'll let this go if you shut down the labyrinth. That's what you want, huh? Who gave you those orders? I don't know if I can tell you. I mean, it takes someone like Guy, essentially, if you'll actually listen to someone's orders. Well, I don't know about that, you know? Guy and I are appointed to the same post, kind of. Why would I need to listen to his? That doesn't matter. It does to me. Ramirez, ignoring Dino's rantings, thought for a moment. If it's not Guy, I know, it's Feldway, the primordial angel leader, isn't it? He came back from the other world and caught up with you while you were bumbling around, I bet. And you couldn't say no to him, right? Like a broken wall clock, Ramirez's deduction skills were only right sometimes. She would make all these incorrect assumptions and observations, then somehow use them to reach the right answer in the end. And this was one of those times. Wow, you're right. Feldway had deployed numerous people for this plan, waiting for just the right moment to step forward. He had 2 goals in mind. 1, assassinate Masayuki, and 2, destroy the labyrinth. Trying to conquer the labyrinth by force would be a gargantuan endeavor, one likely to falter and damage the plan in unpredictable ways. To prevent that, Feldway thought that capturing Ramirez first was vital. It was Feldway's aim to eliminate all potential random elements, and that's what led to this strategy. Dino was just helping execute it. Yeah, and you're a real punk. I know, you're a real punk, I know. So you've had a falling out with Feldway, right? He's a smart man, so I'm sure you guys never got along to start with. Hey, I'm not a punk. I just procrastinate a lot sometimes is all. But, yeah, I hate it when he orders me around like he's my mom or something. So having him off the planet's been a huge weight off my chest. As Dino explained, they had fallen out of contact for a long time, but they still maintained an acquaintance. Uh-huh. So the attackers this time are the primordial angels? That's like terrible news for us. Come on, Dino, stab Feldway in the back for me and join our side again. It was a pretty outlandish offer for Ramirez, an act even Dino found all too charming, but he couldn't agree to it. Well, it's a sad thing, I know, but I got my stuff to deal with. Dino found it impossible to defy Feldway's will for reasons he had some difficulty articulating. That was why he didn't hesitate to turn her down. Boy, I guess you're serious about this, huh? You sure got guts. All right, then. I'll take you on. I'm part of the Octogram, I'll remind you, and I'm ready to protect this place until Rimuru comes back. Her mind was made up. Yeah, I really don't want to have to work for this, you know. Ideally, I'd like to live in a world where I could get 3 hot meals a day doing nothing. But, oh well, I sadly can't go easy on you with this. But hey, I won't kill you or anything. So go ahead. Try to chase me out of here. Dino went back to his usual languid, carefree expression, waving a hand as he replied. Plainly, negotiations weren't working. The conversation was over, and the battle began.
All right, Fenris, you take over.
Yeah.
You say that as I put fucking food in my mouth.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to take over.
Should have been eating in the first place.
I'm the goddamn patron saint of Snaggles. What do you expect from me?
Better.
He has a point.
Patron saint. Anyway.
I expect
He's not wrong.
better. I mean, did I ask the peanut gallery to chime in?
I like peanuts.
No, but they decided to anyway.
Hush.
Peanut
I like the butter
Does
it
that mean
makes.
the Saint of Snackos has control over us?
It's because he was eating peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter on rolls.
Peanut butter on roll.
Tasty.
You knew you were following Shem right up, and I was like, bruh.
I did not.
Yes, you
This is only my second week of doing this.
You and Shimmer first. You and Shimmer the first ones.
Yes, sir.
Then it goes to Moon, then it goes to Sonic, and eventually I finish it up, if there's time.
If ever.
If ever we get to me and Sonic, yeah.
Oh, you guys are gonna hate me for this.
Sometimes we don't.
Yep.
What?
Take care of this for me, brother.
No.
Ramirez shouted.
No. No. All right. That's
caught me way
banned.
I
off
think
guard.
Ramirez would be
That's
appropriate.
banned. That is
It's
banned.
Ramirez.
Oh my god.
That is banned. No
Oh,
more.
Oh,
okay. I heard you say
no.
Beretta. I thought, okay, that's Beretta's.
No, that
voice,
was
whatever.
Someone
Ramirez.
mentioned the door to darkness.
Okay.
Fucking
Did somebody mention the door to darkness?
Christ. I'm
Oh,
fucking...
you walk away.
I didn't expect that out of your mouth.
Would you hear me say?
Jesus Christ.
Kill. Oh God.
All right.
I heard, but it's funny. Pain is kind of funny.
See what you did? See what you did?
Turtle.
This is my revenge
Turtle.
for fucking
Look what you
telling me to read as I put food in my mouth.
You know what?
Yes.
I'm a smartass, I know.
What?
Amazing.
I love that only patrons are gonna get that joke right now. Us and the patrons.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad I could make you laugh, Rick.
What?
Alright.
Excuse.
Take care of this for me, Beretta. Ramirez shouted, perhaps channeling another demon lord she knew. It was taken for granted that Ramirez herself wouldn't be fighting. Dino knew that, so instead of playing dumb, he turned toward Beretta, waiting to see what he'd break out. The control center was now a battlefield, and although it was a pretty big space, it was full of desks, chairs, and other obstacles. It wasn't too suited for battle at all, and Ramirez honestly wouldn't have minded settling this elsewhere. But Dino wasn't going to allow that. There was every chance Ramirez would try to get away as they changed locations. Thus, Alpha and the other Dryads briskly put away all the more important components of the room as the two combatants looked on. God damn, that was a lot to try to say in one breath.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When they were done, battle began between Dino and Beretta, neither of whom really cared where they duked it out. Dino was now carrying a broadsword about his height produced from parts unknown. Its name was Fang Smasher, a thick single-bladed weapon that could cave in a faux skull with sheer blunt force. It was a ponderous weapon, one that poorly matched with Dino's normal outfit of a robe and chestplate, but it somehow seemed to match him anyway. What's that sword capable of? In terms of EP, its value is 1 million. Alpha was at a loss for words in her report. What? A god-class blade? From Dino? That's so cheating!
Why does that remind me of power levels when you said 1 million?
God damn it.
$1 million.
You're lying!
Million.
No, you. No, you.
Oh, you.
No, you.
Am I really?
No. No, you're
I think
not.
I'm doing the man thing wrong, but whatever.
Continuing on.
Ramirez's complaints made little sense. Dino let them pass, holding Fang Smasher up high ahead of him. Beretta, right in front of him, was unarmed, but his body was composed of the magisteel frame Rimuru had created for him. It was now well infused with Beretta's own magic force, transforming it into adamantite. It looked exactly as Rimuru had made it, but it was now far tougher and sturdier than before, and it even had Beretta's aura surrounding it, ensuring no run-of-the-mill weapon could touch him. He was a walking weapon at the legend class or higher, the toughest thing in the whole labyrinth. But even so, Dino casually brought his sword down in an arc. Beretta immediately crouched forward to dodge it. Being unarmed wasn't a disadvantage per se, but in this battle, it perhaps wasn't the best bet for him. His EP was a bit over 400,000, which would have made him even with Dino at one point, but if his opponent had a god-class weapon, he was hopelessly outclassed. So the empty-handed Beretta focused on dodging, avoiding Dino's frontal sword attacks. If he took the brunt of that blade, he would instantly be destroyed, and if worst came to worse, Sir Dino's existence points have ballooned from 400,000 to 2 million. The combined total is 3 million. It's overwhelming. Alpha sounded like all hope was lost, but Beretta wasn't shaken. Neither was Ramirez, who acted like this much was obvious. I don't know how you did it, but you're tricking the EP measuring device, huh? Guess there's still some work left to be done on it. Regardless, Alpha, you don't have to go calling Dino sir, treating him like royalty or anything. What? Hey, I am a demon lord, aren't I? Oh, shut it. Beretta, no need to hold anything back. Give him a dose of your full powers and grant him the divine punishment he so desperately yearns for. I don't have the power to give divine justice, but if those are your orders, I will fulfill them as best I can. Long suffering couldn't even begin to describe Beretta by this point. One's existence point was just a yardstick, but facing down someone whose EP was 7 times yours wasn't exactly reassuring. He thought to himself how ridiculous this was as he sized up Dino, figuring out a way he could satisfy his master. You got it tough too, huh? I don't enjoy hearing that from my enemy, but I will not deny it. No. As he spoke, Beretta danced around Dino, evading any advance. His lack of defense wouldn't matter if Dino couldn't hit him. It all came to how you thought about it, and Beretta was a living weapon, head to toe. Fighting barehanded wasn't a hindrance. In fact, it opened a variety of attack approaches to him. Dino, meanwhile, was just lightly equipped, and only his large sword required any major attention. It'd pack a wallop if it hit him, but the same was true for anything Beretta unleashed. Thus, he had every opportunity to win. Such were his thoughts as he awaited his chance. As a chaos golem, transforming the elements he attacked with was child's play to Beretta. He used the unique skill Reverser to constantly switch them around as he searched for a weak point on Dino, calculating every move he made in order to secure an advantage. But Dino wasn't about to take his barrage sitting down. Right. You come from the dirty school of battle, don't you? I heard no one was a tougher fighter once you got on your opponent's nerves. I gotta say, they're right. I appreciate the compliment. I wasn't complimenting you. Beretta was even using conversation as a weapon as he attempted to turn the tables on his disadvantage. He had no time to waste. He may not have been panicking, but as things stood, it took everything he had to just barely maintain his... How the fuck do you say that word?
Dude, the other thing is... Detente.
Yeah, detente.
First off, detente.
Yeah,
secondly,
like last time.
Secondly, anytime someone's getting animated, you're still saying it in the most calm way possible.
Detente.
Yeah, so it's like, I appreciate the compliment. I wasn't complimenting you, and you're like, I wasn't complimenting you, and I'm like,
no, I'm taking it as one anyway.
I mean, to be fair, the conversation between Inigo and the masked man was very calm indeed, wasn't it?
Yeah, but this is not the two of them.
It's
Like,
they are. It's a lazy man and a fairy.
It reminds me of TFS.
And lazy people can talk very animatedly.
Yeah.
Hi.
What the fuck do you say to me?
Hello.
Hi.
I'm lazy. I don't talk very animatedly unless it's about Gundam.
I
or
do.
Resident Evil, or firearms, or
I
explosives.
see, you talk
Firearms.
animatedly about a lot of stuff.
Yes, explosives.
Beretta is literally a living weapon. Not only that, their name is Beretta, like a 50 cal. Get excited about that.
Robot.
Barrett is the 50 cal. Beretta is the 9mm
I was
handgun.
about to say that's the one in all the CODs that's like the
Beretta 50 cal.
No, Beretta's not a 50 cal. Beretta's a handgun.
No.
Yes, Beretta's a 9mm handgun. It's the Barrett that's the 50 caliber.
I swear to God, they called it Beretta in one of the Call of Duties.
It's
always been Barrett.
Because they're idiots.
Yeah.
Also, they changed the names
guys,
to avoid paying.
Here's the other thing. Moon, maybe don't rely on Call of Duty to tell you what the appropriate weapon name is.
Call of Duty.
If you're
At
going
least
to
the more modern
rely
ones.
on any FPS game
Listen,
to
man,
give
this
you
is the first
any
time I've
accurate
heard one of those
information,
names were wrong. Okay.
rely on Battlefield. At least they pay the weapon
That's fair.
manufacturer
No,
to
that's
use their
fair.
names.
Yeah. That's why they changed the
Like
names in the newer ones too. They didn't want to pay
Call
it
of
anymore.
Duty. All right, Activision are like cheapo motherfuckers.
Which is sad considering EA pays the actual manufacturers to use the shit.
Activision is not EA.
No, but EA owns Battlefield.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Activision not. But who knows? Maybe things will change since Microsoft took over.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Nah.
Ryuma, I have so many issues with that message. It's a magazine, not a clip.
I'm sorry, who said what now?
Hold on.
I'm about to empty a clip into your
Hold on,
Game
hold on.
Informer.
We gotta share a video of from Charlie.
Hold on.
We gotta share.
Yes,
we gotta
please.
share a video from Charlie.
Please.
What you're talking about there are not clips. They're mags. This is a mag, just like
This is a fucking mag.
This is sound like the grammar Nazi of guns. I fucking love when he did that because he's literally telling that motherfucker, hey, pull up. You want to talk shit? Pull up. I got the scope and shit. Pull up. In my defense, I'm not a gun person. I'm not a gun person either, but I know the difference.
Because you serve.
Hold on.
No,
To be fair,
that
when
has
he
nothing
says
to do with
empty a clip
me
into
serving.
someone's ass. That could still work, just not by shooting, because you
Yes.
you just take the stripper clip and right up someone's ass.
I mean, a gun is a gun, and a bullet is a bullet at the end of the day. So
okay, you
if it does the
have
job,
lost the conversation, Sonic, but don't worry about it.
Thank you, Sonic, for bringing us back to the point where we're gonna start reading again. Like, yay, we're back to reading.
It took everything he had to just barely.
I love
that.
I love that Sonic will
Good time.
derail the already derailed conversation to get us back on the track.
It's great.
Dino, meanwhile,
Later.
had correctly surmised
That's why
that
we
he
have
no
these
longer
guys. We
held
appreciate it.
any great advantage. His attempted ambush had failed, and now he was paying for it with this pointless round of combat, completely wrecking his plans. Beretta and Dino were miles apart in terms of ability, but in terms of combat skill level, the difference wasn't all that wide. Despite that, though, it was clear Beretta was near his limits. Here in Ramirez's labyrinth, he could be resurrected as often as he needed. He didn't have to worry about running out of energy, and overloading himself power-wise wouldn't cause him any damage. He could constantly fight all out with no restrictions, and that was the sole reason he could hold his own against Dino. His environment was also protecting him, but that had its limits.
Could
He
also
simply
just be
lacked the-
because he's a little purple dinosaur.
Hmm.
I
Okay,
mean,
Barney.
with how badly Fred treats him, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for my drug dealer to come by with some Flintstone gummies, you know?
yeah.
Speaking of
Good
gummies,
stuff right
The
there.
orange ones are my favorite.
I need to take my melatonin and my multi-gummies.
Bruh, if your dealer is giving you Flintstone gummies, he cares about your well-being.
Respect.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yabba dabba, do not overdose.
I just remember when COVID first came out, and people were making memes about like people who ate the Flintstone gummies. Like, we've been preparing for this our whole lives.
I love when COVID
ready
came
for
out
this.
and everybody was on lockdown, and I was just like, so it's just a normal day. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was like, because I worked from home. I was just like, oh, so nothing changed. Cool.
Yeah.
Everybody
my
else is
favorite thing-
panicking, and I'm
Cool
just like,
beans.
you poor
Nah,
fuckers.
same.
My favorite thing was
Okay.
when everybody was going after Ranger candy. I'm just like, bitch, I have 5,000 in reserve at any given point.
Now I'll make a dent in
In a
that.
few months, we're all gonna be feral. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I know how to use a bow and arrow.
I have a crossbow, I have 3 compound bows, and I have a longbow.
I know how to use a bow and arrow, and I've got a hunting knife. I know how to skin and dress a deer
Well,
and a
I have
rabbit
a hat.
and a turtle.
What do you dress him in?
A hat.
turtle.
Dress him in.
A tiny little hat and
Now, Richie,
top hat
Richie,
and tails. Top hat and tails, typically.
I have to
Fine
what I have-
dining. Fine dining.
I have to ask,
Mhm.
what color turtle?
What color
Tortle.
White-tall.
color Tortle?
Oh my god! Okay, you said Tortle, and that reminded me of something. Okay, so here's a beautiful piece of stuff that got leaked from CinemaCon. 2 important things. Number 1, it has officially been confirmed from Paramount Studios. There will be a rated R version of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie based on The Last Ronin.
Yes!
Oh my god, let's
It's a
go.
very good comic,
And it
actually.
has officially been announced, ladies and gentlemen. The voice of Shadow for Sonic 3
Ooh, I know this
I
one.
know this one.
is Keanu
It's
Reeves.
rad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too.
How
that's gonna be
appropriate
amazing.
is it that
I'm
the character
sorry,
in Sonic the
kind of-
Hedgehog that wields a gun is also being voiced by a character synonymous with wielding guns?
I honestly, I was kind of hoping it was Hayden Christensen, though. I
Yeah,
really
he
wanted
debunked
Darth
that
Vader
yesterday,
to
I
be
think.
Shadow. Huh?
I think he even debunked that yesterday, that he wasn't voicing Shadow.
Mm.
And then today, here's the actual voice actor.
Yeah.
So I have to say this. How appropriate is it that the ultimate life form is the ultimate life form?
Oh, so nothing's changed.
You
It's
don't
just,
fuck with Shadow's dog. That's all I'm saying.
oh,
Exactly.
You know what? I'm not making the joke. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. Nope.
Welcome to
Nope, not gonna do it.
Welcome
Not
to
gonna make the
hotel.
joke. There's a
Welcome
joke there.
back,
We're all
Mr.
thinking it.
Week.
Mr. Weak.
And it's just Shadow walking in. Oh, nice place.
Ah, Mr.
Same
Lifeform.
Same owner.
Mr.
Hey.
Hedgehog.
Mr. Hedgehog.
I present you your best gun. Get E123 Omega.
So anyway,
Shadow just goes up to the counter of some like pawn shop. And he's like,
Listen.
"I'd like a wine tasting."
Listen. A gun is a gun and a bullet is a bullet. Okay.
a tasting. All right, so
Let's get back to reading.
on to the next thing.
His environment was also protecting him, but that had its limits. He simply lacked the power needed to find a decisive edge. Impressive, though, Dino thought. No wonder he's part of the Black Tribe. I didn't think he would hold out this much.
That's racist.
Dino,
I wasn't the only one thinking it. Yep.
Yeah, no, it was me. Let's go.
He said the Black Tribe, and I was like, that's racist.
That's racist.
Shame on you.
Dino had to revise his opinion of Beretta. It was almost on par with the Gats. If Sharp,
Of the
if Charles-
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yes.
cat.
Yeah.
We've broken poor Sonic. Sonic has taken off that microphone so many times. He's like, fuck this show, I'm out of here. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, y'all keep interrupting him. What is my purpose even anymore if y'all are going to
No, it's
interrupt?
not even that. It's just like, I could say something, but it's like, nope, it's not worth it. Not
Tell-
worth it.
tell me, Sonic, is this everything you had hoped for when I started reading for the light novels?
Yes.
God damn it. All right.
Everything you want and more.
Yeah.
So. All right, let's keep going.
If
Oh, no.
Charis and Trainee had stayed in this room, the battle would have ended with a lot less trouble. Not that either of them were pushovers, but angels held an overwhelming advantage against spirits by default. Besides, the two sides of battle experience were incomparable. As befitting his membership in the Black Tribe, Beretta had top-tier fighting skills, enough to take on Dino even. Beretta would die instantly if he took a hit, but he still had the courage to calmly handle Dino's strikes. Not only had Beretta not given up on winning, he even seemed to enjoy this in a way. Whenever Dino deliberately let his guard down a bit, Beretta didn't react at all. That was praiseworthy, but the fact that Beretta landed a cut or two on him with his occasional counterattacks was a major surprise. As a Fallen, he was weak against the holy element, but that wasn't the fatal flaw to him. And yet Beretta's attacks were dealing actual damage. He was mixing the dark and holy elements with each other, transforming his attacks to where Dino's defensive barrier couldn't block them fully. They were, Dino realized, impossible to defend. Much like spirit-based attacks, they would always deal damage unless one could repel them spiritually. Dino was a former seraphim. He knew how things worked with this world. That's why a mere unique skill causing damage to him was such a shock. And it was Beretta's stunning sense for battle that deserved the most praise of all. But now Dino was growing used to those moves. His sword swings were leaving him more open than necessary, but he would accept that. The way Beretta was attacking every weakness he showed was unexpected, but still within what he could handle. While it may have looked like Beretta was pushing him around, none of Dino's strikes was even scratching him. The Fang Smasher could easily slice through even an adamantite body. One clean hit would turn the tide, so to Dino, this was no major concern whatsoever. Beretta, perhaps realizing this, was focused entirely on stretching this out as long as possible. He was beefing up his defenses, apparently concluding that the death by 1,000 cuts approach wouldn't work. He's choosing the right tactic, though. After all, if Beretta keeps Ramirez protected, he wins. Dino was no fool. He could see how Beretta's mind was working. As long as Ramirez survived, nobody inside the labyrinth would ever die. But if she died, it was game over for everything. The labyrinth couldn't be guaranteed safe if she was kidnapped either, so it was obvious why Beretta was trying to bank as much time as possible. As things stood, Beretta was getting everything he wanted, but it wouldn't stay that way. Unfortunately for him, Dino still had one last trick up his sleeve. He was only putting up with Beretta's stalling because he needed to neutralize him right here, right now. Fighting a foe who could resurrect himself infinitely was such a pain that way. If Dino could capture Ramirez before Beretta revived himself, then all was well. But everyone else in the room was certain to dogpile on him, and if he started aiming to kill everybody in the control center, Ramirez was likely to get caught in the crossfire. Dino said he didn't intend to kill her, but that was the truth. And that was the truth. The truth, and also a pair of shackles holding him down. This is so annoying. I can't believe merely neutralizing Beretta is taking this much work. It'd be easy to just kill him, but, well, all the prep work's done, so it no longer matters. Beretta, you've done well. Take a nap. Fallen Hypno. So he unleashed his power. This was Fallen Hypno, a non-lethal broad-range neutralizing attack derived from his unique skill Sloth. It lured any living creature into the sleep from which they would never awaken until the caster removed the curse. Attempting to mentally resist it was pointless. It was a deadly sin of a move at that top levels of power, but as the word sloth would suggest, it took quite a long time to trigger. A painful weakness. Still, despite that time lag, one needed to have an ultimate skill on hand to even think about resisting it. It was a truly fearsome attack, one that fully deserved to be called the strongest of unique skill-driven moves. Dino wanted to neutralize Beretta and the others as quietly and peacefully as he could. He truly had no desire to harm anyone else in the control center. Shinji, his friends, the Dryads, even if they stepped up to protect Ramirez. Even Vester, the first target he'd put to sleep, was someone he respected as boss. Shinji's gang were acquaintances of his. There were even the buds of friendship sprouting. He really didn't want to do anything to betray them like this, but Feldway's orders were as absolute as they were incontrovertible.
Yeah.
Incontrovertible. Thank you. God damn. Fuck you, English. You're drunk. Go home.
Accurate.
Are you sure it's not you?
Fen, if you have no you have no idea how many times I've wanted to say that to this book.
Yeah.
First of all, Richie, it's both. And second, Sonic, thank you for, I agree 100%.
I know your pain. Believe me. It's nice to have you on because I have someone who relates with me.
Believe it.
All right, you know what? Screw both of you. Get well read. It's not the book's fault for being.
No, why don't you read this book?
If not, get some.
I have read this book.
Richie, I'm an American. I'm not supposed to be well read.
I'll read the whole
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
thing right now. Let's go. Don't call me out. I'll do it.
I'm an American. I'm
Do you have
supposed
that-
to be ignorant and stupid to the world.
And I'm
But
a
you have
Yu-Gi-Oh
nice breath.
player. I don't read. Some
fair.
people get the joke.
Pot of reed.
I get it.
He's honest.
Yeah.
I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh
What does it
player.
do?
I don't read.
I activate
That's a joke.
pot of reed.
But what does it
Oh
do?
shit.
What does it
That allows me
do?
to draw 2 books
Oh,
every turn.
see,
Allows you to draw
one.
Richie,
Turn.
that's a trap card. You gotta wait till next stream to activate it. You placed it this stream.
Speaking of pot of weed, that
Pot
is
of
legal up
weed?
here. I can grow up to 8 plants for myself.
Oh no!
Neat.
All right, so
Weed.
weed.
Where was
Hurry up.
I?
Yeah, places incontrovertible.
Weed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Change places.
I can't believe how much work this is. Don't hate me for this, okay? I'll try asking Feldway to let you guys in here go, so... Dino muttered to no one in particular once he saw Beretta collapsing to the floor. Taking glances at the sprawled out and snoring Ramirez, Dino extended a hand, assuming his mission was complete. Not so fast! But he was stopped by
That's
an
a
icy
girl.
voice. Ah,
I read it.
not so fast! But he was stopped by an icy voice. Are you kidding me? Dino turned around to find her standing there. Her cilia were shining in yellow and silver, the exoskeleton protecting more vulnerable sections of her body made of glossy black adamantite. Her wings, gleaming blue like an exotic butterfly's, "Hi, Monarch!" comprised 2 pairs. They were the same color as the compound eyes on her forehead, giving her an otherworldly charm. This was... fucking correct me if I say this name wrong. I butcher names left and right. Y'all know this. This was Apito, freshly awoken from her evolutionary slumber. And while her colors had changed appreciably... What was that, Moon?
Apito.
Apito? Thank you.
Ah.
Compared for, she still looked largely the same. If anything, though, her beyond human beauty was even further polished. There was an air of authority to her, like she had reached even greater heights as Insect Queen. Why do I see Monarch's fucking 4th model in this?
Yeah.
Wait, she has 4?
She's on 3, and she's a siren right now.
I'm waiting for
Yeah.
Monarch's. I'm waiting for Monarch's cover of Rimaruya now.
Sick.
Please. I want to hear that actually.
Richie,
Kinda cool.
Richie,
Yeah,
are you part of her Discord?
I am not.
If you send me a link to that, I will post it in the song requests.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
That only paid members have access to.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yes, I will post it in there.
Yo. He's doing it right now. Oh, it's happening.
Say less.
No. Say more.
Eat more.
Less is
Sing
more.
more.
Sherman.
Sing more, actually.
Say less. Eat more ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Depends. Do I have a beer with that?
Can you have a
Ugh.
beer with the ass you eat?
Yes.
That's a...
Sure. I mean, you want to eat ass and taste piss at the same time? Sure. I guess.
I mean, what's
Go
the difference?
fast, eat ass.
While you're making your taste buds suffer, why not do it twice?
Exactly.
Yes,
If
down
you're going to kill
blast.
your taste buds, fucking make sure they're
Go all the way.
dead upon arrival.
Entertain the
stomach is
lass,
probably not
eat
gonna
her
like you.
ass.
Give me a moment here and
Yes.
song request. Go.
Are you fucking kidding? If Monarch covers it, do you need the lyrics for it too?
I'm sure she'll ask if I have to.
Okay.
Oh,
If she does, just tell her to contact me. I'll send her the lyrics.
There you go.
hmm
I sent you.
Since I am the lyricist.
Yes,
Lyricist.
Reba. I've been a member of the Scuff Squad for years.
How's your stuff
Long
going,
before
dude?
long before it was known as the Monarchy. I was part of the Legion.
Like, here's the thing, guys. If she literally comes and asks me for the lyrics, I will do it, but only if she'll accept my apology. Because literally, she's like, "What do you have to apologize for?" I'm like, "I used your cover of Database for the credits for the series finale of Log Horizon Abridged, and I did not get your permission. I tried, but I didn't."
Did you credit her in the
Yes. Yeah, I credited her.
That's all she.
So
asked
you don't have
for.
to worry about that.
Yeah, that's literally all she asked for.
I mean, I not only did I credit in the description, I credited her in the actual scrolling credits.
That too.
Yeah. Like we double dipped the chip.
Dip the chip.
You double dip the chip.
Okay, back on point.
Droop the snoop.
Noop, droop.
Apito? Perfect. Can you destroy my chaos core for me? So, since demons had zero need for sleep, Beretta was just barely able to resist fallen hypno. He was conscious enough only to ask Apito for the favor before descending into sleep mode. Apito. Thank you. I prefer when people correct me so that way I can learn.
I was like, what the fuck what is he saying? It sounds like Lupito.
Honestly,
I don't remember this
when he said Apito, I'm like, Apito? Wait.
I was thinking the same
Apito
thing,
Griffin.
man. Don't
With a white
worry.
band in
It's nice
here.
just to have a kindred spirit with this, believe me.
Apito.
I'm probably going to mispronounce it at least 7 more times.
It's all good.
Apito.
Sir Beretta, you're still cautious, but you can't move. Gino's shock caused him to react a beat late, and that made him miss Apito's next move. Without asking why he made that request, Apito shot out a poison stinger and broke Beretta's chaos core to pieces. The Osiris rapier, a self-regenerating weapon she was justly proud of, easily penetrated through the thick adamantite. She could produce this rapier within her own body, creating as many of them as she pleased. Without this evolution, though, there was no way she could have done the job. Beretta laughed.
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Impressive. Now I will die, only to be reborn monster in perfect condition. I must ask you to hold down the fort for a little while, Apito. He had stepped down as leader of the 10 Dungeon Marvels, but he remained Ramirez's personal aide, and thus he had the authority to give orders to the other Marvels. Very well.
It's reborn the monster.
No.
I'm so glad he caught that,
Damn
man.
it.
I'm so glad he caught that.
I was gonna say something. I was like,
I was like, I could see the look on your face. I was like, fight it. Fight it.
I was
Didn't
not
even
about
try.
to. That wasn't
He didn't
gonna
even
happen.
try.
I'm gonna put up a fight at
Tell
all.
you
Man.
right now, I needed that. It needed to happen.
stealthy.
Oh.
Very well. Sadly, I fear I cannot defeat this adversary alone, so I hope he will return shortly. Despite her words, Apito's voice lent credence to the idea that she was sure she'd win.
It's a clear water
Dino.
revival.
Mm.
He said lent credence, and I said it's a clear water revival. Look, you guys had your stupid shit y'all got to say. It's my turn now.
Question, Richie.
Alright.
Is there a bad moon rising?
No, but there's a bathroom on the right.
Thank you.
There's
not
a
wrong.
bathroom on the right.
On the right.
Well, whoopee!
I used to think the lyrics were that. That's what I used to think they were singing, and I'm like, why are
There
they
is a
talking about a
bathroom
bathroom on the right?
That's funny.
It's
It's
actually
like-
funny because my bathroom is to my right.
It's just like the
It's like Rock the Cat Box.
under pressure. Yeah.
I take 2 rights and I'm in the
To
bathroom.
be fair,
down on me.
if I leave my room, I have to take a right to get to the bathroom. So there is a bathroom.
That's
on the
Yeah.
right.
This is like Aaron Hansen's "You're an asshole" for under pressure.
You're an asshole.
down
Why?
on me.
Why is somebody
You're
peeing
an
in the
asshole.
butt?
Oh, that's not where that should
Some
happen.
people are into some shit. Don't kink shame.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude. Oh wait, no, this is an anime church.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can kink shame all we want now.
People who eat urinal cakes are
If you're into
weird.
it, just be into it.
Why are you calling out the Marines?
It's a thing.
They work hard and they deserve.
Because I'm a hunter, not a
Deserve
titan.
it.
You know why the Air Force always give rides to Marines?
Huh.
Their windows are always clean afterwards.
Oh. What does a Marine call a helicopter?
I was gonna say because because the military has a Make-A-Wish Foundation too, but that's good as well.
Shit.
You know why you always start with the Marines when you always give song lyrics or that?
Because by the time you get to the end of it, the Marines will understand the first verse.
Oh, I see someone's a fan of Seamus Kennedy.
Very much.
I love you.
I was amazed you didn't get it at the whole bird thing.
He's fitting right in, chat. It's perfect.
All right.
He's right at home here.
We're almost to the dot where it's supposed to move over to Moon now.
Dino.
That in mind, I have to pee.
Motherfucker!
You gotta go right. Exit stage right.
There's the bathroom on the right.
On the right.
Dino, apparently sensing this, scowled. Come on, what a decision. You didn't even give me a moment to intervene. He was right. Leaving him to Abito, Beretta disappeared into a swarm of light particles. Then Abito sprang forth at light speed, and the battle inside the control room grew even more intense.
Control center.
Control center grew even more intense. You know what else is intense?
My pants!
Fucking in the woods.
Oh. I get it.
So is sleeping in the woods. What's your point?
Well, sometimes the two are intertwined.
Also, not all fucking in the woods is done intense. Sometimes it's a treat.
Oh, I get it.
You know what? Fuck him. He's not here. Sonic, it's your turn. This whole thing has been out of order. You get to go.
It's your turn.
Oh shit! Hang on. Sorry.
Shit! You complain about not getting a turn, and
No.
I'm finally gonna fulfill it.
I have to full screen the book. Oh yeah, I have the screen. I actually hit the exit right next to it.
Okay.
I was gonna say. This really sucks. That's the line.
I gave you a bunch of times to read yesterday too. I didn't take any of your characters away from you.
Before Sonic.
Oh, you're talking to him. Okay.
No, I'm talking to you, Sonic. I didn't take any of your characters away from you.
Before
that was the one.
Before anybody starts reading,
I didn't know it was your character at the time. None of us could remember.
Can I just say we've had a lot of clippable moments. Please, somebody, for the love of God, get them. Sorry, for the love
Sonic,
of Rimuru, get them.
For the
that was Dino's adorned impression of the situation.
What was said about tents, it reminded me about something. There's a reason why I can never drink light beer. It's like having sex out in a canoe, fucking close to water.
Well, you know what? Obito was no sweat of an opponent, but in the labyrinth, he just couldn't kill her.
They keep saying there's plenty of fish in the sea, but I've yet to try and stick my dick in a bass.
There you go.
He wanted to finish her and secure Ramirez ASAP.
He wanted to.
But
what
Obito.
Well.
Wow!
Can leave her hanging, I guess.
Boy, the shoe really does feel like on the other. Is this what it's like to be you?
Yes!
All the time?
Yes!
All the fucking time.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
Wow, Moon's really giving you the Sonic treatment tonight, isn't he?
God, if I ever did like a reading stream for like Rio Reincarnation for Day to Live, it's like, God.
Oh,
it's
no.
gonna be this, isn't it?
No. We can't wait. We can't wait for you to do a reading stream for Data Live because we're totally showing up in the comments and we're going to bomb the shit out of it and distract the fuck out of you.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with that visual novel, in all fairness. But I'd imagine we'll figure something out. Maybe I don't know. I'm not saying anything about Real Reincarnation yet.
We're absolutely gonna fuck with you. It's gonna be great. Really.
All right, I'll make it the exact same time as this then. Just so you don't.
But on a different day. On a different day. Yeah.
Oh, it has to be fine. I'll make it Sunday.
Well, if you do it today, you won't be able to be here to read.
Maybe after. I don't know. Let's put a pin on that. We'll put a pin on that.
Don't give him hope.
I do want to do that at some point though, potentially. Like in all seriousness, I actually do want to try that.
Don't give him hope.
Because it's like 3 different books with that. So yeah.
Alright.
All right. Anyway. Let's see. He wanted to finish her and secure Ramirez ASAP, but Obito was leveraging her speed to consistently get in his way. She didn't try to seriously engage Dino at all, preferring a stick and move approach. In her evolved form, she had perhaps shut the fuck up, man.
Dude, do you know how hard it was? Do you know how difficult it was to not continue the fish thing as I kept going? Because I immediately had the thought in my head, I was like, man, I want some pussy, but I'm not trying to fuck a catfish, you know? Like,
Shit.
God. I should probably get more water at some point.
Oh my lord.
Oh man! All right, sorry. Please continue.
No, it's fine.
Because for once he's not stumbling over his words. He's doing a good job.
He's doing a
you
good
fuckers
job.
are ruining it.
I'm even ad-libbing with the shut the fuck up mood.
I have a legitimate question before we continue.
Okay.
If Toph was the Avatar, would her eyes glow or her feet?
That's a question.
I think her eyes would glow, but
no,
it'd be
no,
dim.
hold on. No. We already know the answer. There's a reason she calls him Twinkle Toes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
You know what?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, guys. Don't ask Toph
Very
for a
nice.
foot job. That's me. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Go ask her in Fortnite. She's in that right now.
No,
She got a
don't ask
sniffer
Toph
rifle.
for a foot job ever. That's not okay.
There's just some things you can't do with
Well, it's how
someone's
she
eyes.
sees, but
I'm not trying to rub my dick on your eyes. You know, it's not okay.
yeah, you know what? In hindsight, yeah, I was gonna move on.
Although when you finish, it brings a new meaning to the word eye
You know
mask.
what?
Oh, dear.
Regarding Toph, in her evolved form, she had perhaps grown more specialized for speed-based tactics, and she fully understood what made her unique. Am I sure I'm talking about Toph or about Beretta or Dino or about Beretta? I don't know at this point. There was no waste to her moves at all.
Third base.
Her EP was probably around 700,000, but in speed, at least, she was easily Dino's equal.
It sounds more like
Even-
you're talking about lava bending.
Maybe. Even worse, once Dino finally thought he killed her, Beretta would be revived by then. It hadn't even been a minute yet, and already he had teleported himself back in. Obito was doing a perfectly fine job buying time for Beretta, because even against someone as overwhelming as Dino, she didn't need to stall 10 seconds. At this point, Dino had nothing left to work with. His best bet was to put Beretta and Obito to sleep simultaneously. Calming himself, he tried breaking out the unique skill Sloth once more. Whether against one target or many, Sloth took its time before it deployed. Dino stopped panicking and gauged the current situation, remarkably calm for someone in the middle of combat. The first thing he noticed was the image on the control center screen, depicting Rimuru fighting
Velgrind.
Velgrin. I knew that was wrong. Velgrin after she defeated her brother in the kaiju battle.
Oh, wait. I have something for this.
I'll wait.
God damn it.
I'll wait.
All right,
I'll be
moving
patient.
on. No, all right, guys. This is a perfect reminder that over on Crunchyroll, Kaiju number 8 is out, and you can check out the first episode now. Not sponsored, just think it's a good episode. Moving on.
Right. Oops. Dude, how the hell did he escape? And like, is he even a match for Velgrin?
Okay, the way that sentence was phrased, did anybody else hear Shaggy's voice in their head from Scooby-Doo?
Maybe a tiny bit.
I'm like,
Now that you
okay,
mention
Like
it.
he's even mad.
All right.
how the hell
You know what?
did he
Just for
escape?
you.
And,
Just for
like,
you, Richie.
He's an even match for Velgrind? Like, come on, man.
Like Scooby, what are your thoughts on
right
this,
in.
man?
Would you do it for a Rimuru snack?
Fuck you.
Would you
Jesus.
do it for a Rimuru?
No.
Yeah!
I have to stop myself. Oh fuck! I have to stop myself.
A wee moo, a wee moo.
In no tempest, the mighty tempest. That's the real.
Okay, fuck
No,
you
no.
all.
what's his
Obama
name?
sleeps tonight.
What's his name?
Dude, Obama?
What's the type of wolf? Oh,
Not Velgren.
not the Tempest
What's
wolf.
the name of the
Tempest
dragon?
wolf.
Ah.
The dire wolf.
No.
Before that?
Veldanava.
Veldora sleeps
No, not-
tonight.
Sleeps tonight.
Veldora. I couldn't think of Veldora.
Vel.
Veldora sleeps tonight.
So
Get
Yeah,
Monarch
that's
to.
on the
We
topic
gotta
of-
write lyrics. Get Monarch to sing that.
No.
on the topic
Write that
of
down,
food
write that down,
snacks
chat.
Sleeps tonight.
and Rimuru snacks. Would you do it for a Remy?
No.
Remy.
No.
That just sounds
Ooh.
extremely inappropriate.
It is very
For a
inappropriate.
Remy.
Like you go up to someone and you go, "Hey,
Hey,
care for a Remy?" And they go,
You
"What
want
the
a
fuck,
Remy?"
man? We just met."
hey. You
Is
want
that
a
any
Never
way to
say that
start a
again.
fucking conversation?
Hey, you want a
Yeah.
Rimuru job?
You know, I got one.
Who
I
the
got
fuck
one.
starts a conversation like that? I just
sat down.
Oh, I fucking love you guys.
Quagmire, if he was in
Yeah.
Tempest, would ask for a slime job.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm gonna go back to reading now.
Quagmire and Tempest would do a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, he would.
A slime job would be the least he would do.
It's pretty sloppy.
That was the biggest surprise of the day.
Must be the very
The way
Japanese
Vel-
area of Texas.
Well,
Okay, I'm just gonna make sure. Feldway?
Feldway, yes.
Is this Feldway? Just like,
Well, I
The way
don't know who
Feldway-
it is, but that's how you pronounce the name.
yeah.
If that's what you're
Well,
asking. Yes.
he's
yeah.
about to come up, is why I asked.
Okay.
The way Feldway put it, the demon Lord Rimuru and his generals were all locked away in an alternate dimension with Velgrin's creation. Flip. The escape was actually pretty simple. Rimuru used the Soul Corridor with his friends to determine his physical location. And that was all it took. But Dino, not aware of that, was absolutely dumbfounded. The even greater surprise, however, was Rimuru's strength. Velgrin seemed all but invincible, but Rimuru even seemed to push her a bit.
And
Around a bit.
Rimuru it was not both.
And Rimuru even seemed to push her around a bit. Concern crossed Dino's mind. We're going in. Fuck.
No, don't do Shaggy. don't be Shaggy.
Not
Don't be Shaggy.
worth it. No. We're gonna be in big trouble unless I make some progress soon. Maybe.
Yeah, here's the thing. It didn't.
I
matter
heard it at the
whether
very
he made-
end, actually.
No, here's the thing. It didn't matter if he made any progress or not. They were fucked regardless.
It was that moment.
It was
he
at
had
this moment.
some
He
idea.
had an inkling. They fucked
He
up.
fucked. Oh yeah, Inkling.
They
There you go.
fucked up. Like
His
Bro-
attention.
you chose the wrong side, my guy.
You picked with the wrong slime.
Mm-hmm.
The one you shouldn't have fucked. I don't know. That was supposed to be like the one you shouldn't have killed joke from FNAF, but eh.
Well, here's the funny thing. None of them understand what Rimuru is becoming. And I've already been spoiled on this, but I'm not going to say any more what it is.
To be fair, even up until the moment it happens, not even his own people know.
No, that's true. Had to switch headphones?
ugh.
Yeah, and it's for a very good reason because my roommate had mentioned something about
battery.
about how thin the walls are,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh.
I was thinking, it might help if I have a direct monitor, and these headphones have that.
Okay.
Oh,
These
the
have a way to
Razer
do it, but it's
Naris?
not as good as these.
Those
Yeah.
are the essentials. I know, because I have the exact same
Razers
one.
do- These
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I know these
Oh, you
do
do?
have a way to do the monitor, but like I'm still not getting a good sense for how loud I'm being in the room, if that makes sense. These are much
Gotcha.
lighter and don't cover my ears as much.
Mm.
So that was just a thought I had, and I was like, in order to help my roommates sleep better, you know.
Luckily, I'm at PST, so I don't have to worry about that as much.
No.
Mm.
Like it's like 7:30 for me, so.
It's a
I
much
have
better
a
time.
very, very well sound treated
Yeah, no,
room.
it's.
I wish I
10:38,
did.
And he has early.
I
early
sunk way
jobs,
too much
so-
money into doing this.
Well, I mean, compliments abounded from Cody.
Too much
so
investments.
apparently it's not that well.
Oh.
Not that
Oh,
wasted.
no. The area that I recorded in was the actual recording studio I have in my closet.
Mm.
I'm in my actual room
Okay.
outside of my recording area.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
my
heard that's actually
recording
smart.
area is throwing a freaking blanket over my head.
Okay.
Oh,
Let me tell you, Moon. $20 rolls of carpet padding do wonders for acoustic treatment.
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Afford that right now.
You can't afford a $20 roll? We will get you
I'm
a
having to
$20
wait for car payment to
roll.
come out.
Yeah.
I would
Oh.
appreciate it.
Yeah. If you would like to help your local Moon, you can donate. You could donate
Our
to
Minister of Archaeology.
You could donate to the
Praise
POM
Ostis.
Foundation. Poor old Moon.
Oh,
It used to stand
Remember.
It used to stand for poor old
Please.
me. Now it stands for poor old Moon.
Poor old
I mean,
man.
it's remember, chat. We only have one moon.
It's the
Let's
POM
take care of it.
Foundation. Shake those pom poms.
Let's take care of our moon.
We only
Anyway.
have one moon. We need to take care of it.
that's true.
Oh, I'm just
You
imagining
can see
like
what
the really
Dr. Eggman's
sad
doing
like.
to my backside right now. It's terrible.
You guys know the
mean,
music from the
it's
those
rather
really
eclipsing.
sad. Look at these poor dogs who are just miserable and so upset. Like
In
it's
the
that music, but for
arms
him.
of the angel.
the angel.
I don't know if that's the same one, but
Yes, Sarah
Fuck,
McLachlan. Arms
It is.
of the
It-
angel.
that is-
Yeah, it is.
I might be thinking of a different song. But yeah,
That's
it still
exactly
works.
what it is.
Anyway, continuing on.
Anywho. Okay, where were we?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Concern
Okay, I found it.
crossed Dino's mind.
Concern crossed Dino's mind. We're gonna be in big trouble unless I make some progress soon. Maybe. His attention tuned towards the others. Capturing Ramirez first was the main keystone to Feldway's plan.
Of
Dino-
Feldway's plan.
Feldway, thank you.
Of
Feldway's plan.
Not of.
Of
not
Feldway's
of.
plan.
No, yeah,
Oh.
of, not two. You said two.
Of Feldway's plan. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You got
Dino was
Feldway right. You were good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Dino was stationed in the labyrinth because I almost said Guy.
He-
Guy
He,
had ordered him in there. That was a total coincidence, and unfortunately for Dino, it attracted Feldway's attention. Dino couldn't be more reluctant about it, but he was the only ally who had free access to the highly secure control center. It was simply the hand he was dealt. And he accepted it. Feldway had put together a grandiose plan to secure an invasion pathway for him and his minions. He had goaded. Right?
Yeah, you said it correctly.
You said it right.
mhm.
It just seemed like there should be a T in there. It's like I'm pretty sure it's wrong, but also
No,
what
goaded.
the
No,
fuck?
not goated. Goaded.
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 He had goaded Velgrin into destroying the labyrinth so Veldora would come out from hiding. That worked brilliantly, much to Dino's surprise, and now Feldway himself was taking the lead to carry out this invasion. Feldway was accomplished by two of the three.
Accompanied.
Accompanied.
That was not the thing I stopped at. Feldway was accompanied by two of the three Beasketeers. Is that right, or is that for the different
that's
joke?
Mystic
Nope,
leaders.
that's different.
Okay.
Lycanthropers.
Yeah.
Lycanthropers.
Lycanthropers.
Yeah, we changed
That's
that
the
one
one.
to Beasketeers.
It's been a
Mystic
bit since
Leaders is,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We haven't heard from them in a while.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Mhm.
Because I
One
heard
of
the
them's-
three.
One of them's married to Benny Maru, and the
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
died after
Oh.
getting sliced by the woman who's now married to Benny Maru. And
Mhm.
Mm.
Damn it, Shem, why do you
yeah.
have all the hot women?
That's not me.
No,
That's
you're
Benny
not
Maru
Ahsoka.
is someone else.
Benny
I,
Maru.
Ahsoka is my
Ahsoka.
yeah.
Benny Maru
Yeah.
is Bryce.
Yeah.
Damn it, Bryce, why do you have all the hot women?
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
in
to
his
be fair, like
please.
Ahsoka's
in
not
his defense-
terrible.
He didn't lose his
in his defense, Shem has been faithful to one woman in multiple series now.
which is great. That's awesome.
Char and Shim have been a couple for so many different series at this point. It's just adorable.
Yeah,
It's like Fat Dog
That
is
is kinda
trying
funny.
to ship these two.
I
That is
mean,
kinda
I
funny.
just heard. I just found out that Courtney and oh god, what's his name? The people that everybody had been shipping from Smosh legit got married.
Oh, that's cute.
Nice.
Yeah, but the funny thing is,
Big props.
because like all the announcement photos went up on April 1st, even though they got married in March.
Oh.
Even though they got married on March, all the announcement photos went up on April 1st. Half of the fan base
no one
thinks it's a
believes it.
prank, and the half of them
That's
believe it's real.
unfortunate for them.
Even though
It's
they
funny,
made
but-
posts, even though they made posts afterwards saying, "No, hey guys, here's more photos from the wedding." Still made posts.
No,
They're
it's
like,
real.
"Oh, you're still keeping the joke going, right?" And they're like, "No, it's actually real." It's like they legit got married.
It's awesome. Good for them.
And so half of
What do you want me to
half the-
bring for the wedding?
Half the potato salad.
Can I just bring mashed potatoes instead?
There's no hope for them. Like,
Until the actual wedding happens. If it happens in April, it's over.
Apparently it happened in March, and they just released it publicly in April.
Right,
It just happened to be bad timing. Anyway,
Bad timing or perfect timing?
yes.
Anyway. Speaking of bad timing, maybe, I don't know. Feldway was accompanied by 2 of the 3 mystic leaders, along with 5 generals,
Zarario.
Zarario. Oh, yeah, because Zarodo. Okay, that's right. I remember this.
God
I remember
damn
how
it,
this-
Zawardo.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad you remembered that.
I hate you.
Because, yeah, that was last week, right? That I literally had to
Yep.
deal with that.
Yep, believe so.
Zawario took along with him.
Wario.
There were 8 people in all, and deploying not 1, but 2 of his highest officers for the job was nothing short of lavish.
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 Lavish. Damn it.
Mm.
All right. Only
It's a name. I have no idea.
Obella.
Obella.
Obella. I'm going to say
Obella?
Obella.
Mhm.
Only Obella, the last remaining mystic leader, was left, and she
Obella.
was presumably handling guard duty over the mystic palace deep in the other world. Hearing this plan, Dino could only conclude that Feldway wanted this thing to succeed at all costs, plural. But Dino wasn't the only primordial angel on this planet who had been contacted about the project. 2 others, living undercover in human civilization, had also been called up. They technically worked under Dino, but Feldway didn't bother going through him for this. Their job was to keep the destroyed labyrinth going. A safety valve? No.
Yes.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
A safety
I'm second
valve.
guessing myself at this point. A safety valve, just in case Dino somehow failed in his mission. It took a passing through from Ramirez
It
to
took
turn
only
this.
a passing thought.
It took only It took only a passing thought from Ramirez to turn this labyrinth into a prison, and then getting out from here would be a huge undertaking that Feldway wanted to avoid. These were the 2 people Dino was most concerned about at the moment. He scanned the screen for them. Oh, come on! They're in an even bout with Pico and Garasha. Pico was a tiny young woman. Garasha,
Garasha.
a much more imposing warrior type. With Velgrin victorious over let me try that again.
Veldora.
With Velgrin victorious over Veldora, the city that had been isolated in the labyrinth was now back on the surface. Geld had stepped up to defend it, but he never expected Geld would be asked to fight the likes of Pico and Garasha. Oh boy.
The way
Geld
you're
the Barrier
pronouncing that.
Lord. Garasha.
Garasha.
At least he's getting it right.
Garasha. Pico and Garasha.
Okay. Hold on.
Fenris,
What the
what's
fuck
up
are
with
you
the
doing,
cult
Fenris?
thing going on there?
What?
What the fuck
Okay.
are
I'm
you doing,
I'm enjoying the darkness.
Garasha. Like someone chanting that.
I mean, I'm alone in the dark.
Alone in the dark.
I mean,
Are
we
you
all
afraid of
are,
the
but
dark?
what's your point?
I'm not.
I'm
Still
saving
daylight. You can see
electricity.
through my curtains. It's still kind of light out.
No, metaphor.
Shut up over
You're
there at the
taking it too
Pacific time.
literally.
It's nice
Then
over here.
ponders
We're
the
all
light,
alone in the dark.
dim in the darkness.
I'm literally trying to save electricity while I'm running my computer. So
Oh,
I have
God.
all
That's
the
cool.
lights in the house off.
Oh no. All right.
We can't even see you anymore. It's pitch black over there.
Okay, Moon, you're gonna have to take over. I'm sorry. I was gonna wait for him to get to the dot, but we're like 10 till.
The
Okay.
note.
You're goofing around too, so.
More poison. Okay.
We're doing it for
With Velgrin
everybody.
victorious over
Yeah.
With Velgrin victorious over Veldora, the city had been isolated in the labyrinth.
Nope. We already
The
read
city
that.
that had been isolated in the labyrinth was now back on the surface. Geld had stepped up to defend it, but he never expected Geld would be asked to fight the likes of Pico and Garasha. Geld, the Barrier Lord, and Kumara, the Chimera Lord. Wait, Kumara's a cryptid, isn't she? She's not
No.
descended from Ivilage, the World Destroyer dragon, is she? Nah, no way. Dino quickly banished the ghastly idea his imagination gave him. They call them the 12 Lordly Guardians for a reason. I guess he thought to himself as he checked on the other battlefields. There he saw Zerario, another one of the 3 mystic leaders. Wow, Zerario's kicking ass like usual, huh? He doesn't even seem to take this seriously either. Way to make it look easy against Chirus in training. His old partner, Zerario, was as strong as ever. It always struck Dino that he had this creepy underside he never revealed in public, but clearly he'd been improving himself over the past few millennia. Concluding he was in no trouble at all, Dino moved on. And here's Cornu? I heard he screwed up the invasion a few decades ago, big time. Maybe that's why he looks so distressed. As Dino keenly observed, Cornu seemed to be panicking, and it was clear why. The previous mistake had cost him his entire army and injured him so badly that he needed several decades to fully recover. If he blew it again this time, Feldway was likely going to do away with him entirely. Even worse, if all was going to plan, Feldway was traveling alongside Cornu incognito as well. The pressure must be so intense, Dino reasoned, that it kept him from exercising his full powers. He's got bad luck is all. But Masayuki's a wimp in real life, and I don't think anyone else opposing him is a challenge either. Venom's membership in the Black Tribe is a concern, but I guess he came on the scene way later than Beretta. He'll probably be okay. Dino wasn't too concerned, in part because he wasn't that friendly with Cornu to start with. If he messed this up, Feldway would probably step up to wipe his ass. Things were still going to plan. It was perhaps this scene to relief that caused Dino's lazy mind to play tricks on him. Oh, sense of relief that caused Dino's lazy mind to play tricks on him. It's odd though. Why am I here worrying about if this operation will work? Like, what's gotten into me? A pretty important question. Something bothered Dino about this whole plan. Something he couldn't get out of his mind. He couldn't put it into words exactly, which irritated him, but he figured he'd put his finger on it before long. Unfortunately, why are you playing around, Dino? I'm going on the move shortly. Carry out your mission at once.
That needs to be a commanding
The calmer part of
voice.
Dino's day had come to a close.
That needs to be a stronger
Why are
male
you playing
commanding
around,
voice.
Dino?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why are you playing around, Dino? I'm going on the move shortly. Carry out your mission at once. The calmer part of Dino's day had come to a close. Pfft, I really hate working. Dino had no argument with Barreto or Apito. In fact, he liked them. That's why he resented these orders so much. But there was no defying them. Well, he said to himself, as he decided to get serious about this. Feldway, fresh from reminding Dino about his orders, was in hiding as he watched Cornu fight. Cornu tended to be overconfident in his abilities, but he was still a reliable ally. He had received his name from Veldonava, just like Feldway had, and Feldway considered Cornu a valuable asset. But Cornu had put in a terrible showing last time, losing a third of the entire army despite possessing overwhelming power against the piddling planet they invaded. Why are you doing that? Why? Hold on.
Wasn't that much
My
more.
eye is literally getting like blurry. Hold on.
You okay?
Yeah, it's like a buildup of
Need me to take
tears
over?
and shit. Nah, yeah, just
Okay.
okay. There we go. There was more than enough reason for Feldway to forsake him, and Cornu knew that full well. Clearly, he was fighting for keeps right now, not toying with his foe like he usually did. It wasn't a sight Feldway welcomed. The three mystic leaders were expected to be all-powerful dominators in battle, not people to be toyed with by far weaker enemies. These were enemies Cornu should finish off in one blow, and instead, he was letting them run all over him. He had completely fallen for the enemy's trap, not even realizing that Masayuki had been replaced with an imposter. It was beyond exasperating at this point. It almost made Feldway want to kill him, in fact. But he somehow contained himself, then, ignoring Cornu entirely, he stepped up to take out Masayuki. Meanwhile, Masayuki left the scene with languid steps. The idea of fleeing the battle alone didn't sit well with him. He was, of course, quite scared, but the idea of abandoning his friends was even scarier. If something happened to him, he'd spend the rest of his life beating himself up over it. Masayuki stopped for a moment and turned around. From far away, he could see his friends fighting for their lives. Minutes was keeping the enemy contained. The vampires were capitalizing on their immortality to divert their attention, and Caligulio and Venom were attacking whenever they found a hole to exploit. Jiwoo, in particular, was putting on a masterful show, setting herself up in just the right place to prevent Cornu from uncorking any super destructive attacks. For such a hastily assembled crew, they were showing real teamwork. But if they lost even one person, the whole thing was likely to crumble. Hey, Masayuki. Bernie, I gotta head back. I never really talked about this because I didn't want to blow my cover, but really, I wish I could have gotten friendlier with all you guys. I know I'm a coward, but I don't want to be a backstabber too, you know? Then, with that admission of the truth, the world language spoke up in Masayuki's brain.
The heroic trait of courageously refusing to run has been detected. Now that all three conditions have been met, a hidden power of the unique skill Chosen One has been unlocked. Invoke? Yes? No?
Huh? Thought Masayuki. He was afraid he had gone and screwed up yet again. Sighing in relief when he realized he hadn't, he didn't really care about any more hidden powers within him. But there wasn't much point in turning back on this whole thing now, so Masayuki agreed to it.
Confirmed. New power added to Chosen One. Successful. Heroic recourse is now permanently activated.
A long, complicated description flashed across his mind. It gave him an ache of nostalgia as he marveled at it, gradually grasping his new ability. He was already in possession of Heroic Aura, which awed his targets into submission. Heroic Compensation, which offered near impossible levels of luck. Heroic Charm, which granted courage to his companions, and Heroic Action, which was still kind of a mystery, but seemed to massage events so they always worked out to his benefit in the end. Heroic Recourse, the recent addition, apparently made him into a kind of magnet for heroes. Guide the souls of the dead? I become a vessel? What's up with that? I don't really need that skill if it requires all my friends to die. Masayuki saw it coming, yet another totally useless skill in his quiver. He hadn't expected much in the first place, so it was no genuine disappointment. As long as it didn't actively make things worse, that was enough. Masayuki, So, come on, Bernie. How about we go back? Returning to the subject at hand, this new ability of his was already lost to the ether. All right, if that's what you want, I'll join you. Bernie scratched his head in defeat. Then, sharing a grin with each other, they turned around, and things kicked into higher gear. Feldway was on the move. Bernie meant nothing to him, but he was blocking him from taking Masayuki away. His fighting stance was full of holes. Feldway could off him with one swing. Or really, Bernie's actual ability didn't matter. He was just garbage in Feldway's mind. Without so much as a breeze, without even realizing his presence, Feldway attempted to decapitate Bernie with his drawn sword. Without even revealing his presence, Feldway attempted to decapitate Bernie with his drawn sword. But all that resulted in was a sharp, echoing sound, blade clanging against blade. You're stopping me?
No.
Who are you?
No.
Who are you?
It's more, you're stopping me?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
see the
yeah.
italicized. You're stopping me? Who are you? What are you doing? For an instant, it surprised Feldway. He was answered by a young girl in a mask. I am Krona, and what I'm
Kronoa.
Kronoa, and what I'm doing is being a hero. A moment of silence, then Feldway's burst of laughter. Look at this! A hero gracing us with her presence. Let me give you my name, then. I am Feldway, the Mystic Lord. The name didn't faze Kronoa. Her mind was now in perfect sync with Chloe's, and she was a cold steel machine of warfare. Mystic Lord? So you're the boss of these Magic-Born. I came out because I couldn't let this injustice go on in front of me. But if you're a threat to humanity as well, I'll just eliminate you here. Pretty brave talk. Let me put you in your place, fool. The moment he stopped speaking, Feldway, dressed in his scarlet-red uniform, took action. Kronoa, in her white-themed Holy Spirit armor, also disappeared. Flashes of red and white light streaked before the eyes of Masayuki and his friends. They had all but gone invisible to them, but the sounds were deafening. There were no shockwaves, however, not even a slight breeze. The battle was taking place on a dimension beyond anyone's comprehension. This masked girl had come to Masayuki's aid once before, and now she was doing it again. He understood that, but as he was now, he doubted there was much he could do to help this girl. What should we do? This is on a level far beyond anything we can intervene in. No point dwelling on it. We just gotta do what we can. Come on. Let's go help everyone out. The sounds reaching his ears told Bernie that he was being targeted. The fact that he couldn't even react to it at all told him just what sort of realm this fight was unfolding within. It wasn't because some spell had weakened him. He was simply isolated, incapable of putting up a fight no matter what he did. If so, he couldn't just run around like an idiot here. He had to take action, a thought drilled into him by his military experience. All right, I don't know who that Kronoa person is, but let's leave this to her. Masayuki, meanwhile, was used to having exceptional events take place around him. Clearly, getting out of Dodge was his best bet. So regardless of what Bernie and Masayuki were doing, Kronoa and Feldway were crossing swords. But the fight didn't last long. Countless strikes and parries occurred in the space of a few seconds. The witnesses wondered if there would ever be any resolution to this at all. But then Feldway noticed. So that's where it was. It seems Lady Veldanava's will is for me to win after all. What are you talking about? None of your business. Then again, I could tell you, since you'll be joining me shortly. Bow to my will, Sariel, Lord of Hope. It was an absolute order, and even an angelic ultimate skill couldn't resist Michael's ultimate dominion. What did you do? Oh, you're still conscious? You live up to your reputation as the world's strongest hero, Kronoa, but resistance is useless. It's only a matter of time before you fall under my rule. Feldway rejoiced at his sheer luck. Kronoa, the hero's exploits, were legend across the world, even in the Empire. Having Sariel work its way into her was truly a gift from the gods. Kronoa fell to her knees, just as Feldway had willed her. I am Sariel. Your orders... I am Sariel. Your orders, Sir Michael. Her mask came off, revealing her face and the beauty it held, and those were the words that came from her sweet pinkish lips. Now Feldway was sure of his victory, and that assured confidence led him to make a serious mistake. Here he had control over Cornu, mystic leader, and his close confidant, and Kronoa, a powerful hero, easily his equal, despite not being the real version of her. With the two of them, he reasoned, completing his mission would be simple. So, very good. I want you to work with Cornu to kill the young man from before. I have other business awaiting me on the surface, so please take care of this for me. With that, he left the labyrinth. Seeing
All right.
Masayuki
Nope,
and Bernie...
Stop. That's it.
Okay.
Yep. So, gonna go ahead and finish this up and take us through this last little bit. Seeing Masayuki and Bernie come running back, Venom wanted to curse the heavens themselves. Not that he minded them here. He could sense the rising menacing presence lurking in the direction they had fled to, so he thought they had fallen dead by now. Way to survive, you guys! What a relief! Little early to be saying that. The enemy's still around. Yeah. Venom had to admit it. Cornu was strong. They had an immense advantage fighting in the labyrinth, but it wasn't a matter of whether they could win. They weren't even sure they could survive. But despite all that, one look at Masayuki's face and Venom felt tremendously relieved. Baseless confidence filled his veins, and he couldn't help but think it'd all work out somehow. Minutes and Caligulio, apparently feeling the same way, looked much healthier than before. Maybe it's not appropriate, but I'm really having fun here. Right you are again. I feel so light on my feet, as if His Majesty himself has joined me on the field. The two Imperial officers shared a laugh. Even the vampires, who had no reason to be that involved in this, seemed eager to continue the fight. Cornu, meanwhile, was confused. Just when he was about to attack, a second Masayuki appeared out of nowhere. He looked closer, wondering if he'd misjudged his foe's position, but it was definitely Masayuki. One of them had to be a fake, which was exactly what the disguised Jiwoo was. How dare you trifle with me, all you worthless insects and your stupid tricks! As enraged as Cornu was, he had no way of telling which Masayuki was real. His senses told him both were about equal in strength, and each of them was a little hard for him to grasp. That's what made this so maddening. If Cornu got riled up enough, he might easily kill them both at once, but then they'd get revived in parts unknown, and he'd have to find them. Thus, Cornu faced an even more nerve-wracking battle than before. But then a helping hand arrived. Is that you, Sir Cornu? My name is Sariel, in the service of Sir Michael. An unfamiliar girl flew in faster than anyone's eyes could follow, offering her help. Cornu had no reason to doubt her words. This girl, Sariel, was infused with the aura of Michael, just as she'd hinted. Thank you. You aim for the Masayuki on the right. Don't kill him. He must be captured alive. Whether it was a stroke of luck or not, Cornu had just pointed out the real Masayuki. Yes, sir. Sariel nodded, her eyes turning toward her target. Masayuki, sensing this, began sweating a little. Then their eyes met. Sariel? That girl called herself Cornoa, and I'm not really sure what her deal is, but she turned traitor on us that fast? Masayuki was lost for a moment, then he gave up all hope. But Cornoa's beauty was so flooring that he hardly felt any fear. In fact, he was too preoccupied to feel anything. What's with that girl? She's so cute. It wasn't very appropriate, but the shock made him forget all about being on the battlefield. Or on a battlefield, sorry. There was only one way to describe her, a beauty for the ages. The same conclusion a certain blonde-haired demon lord had also made. It made Masayuki wish he could keep the mask off for good, among other stupid complaints that ran through his mind. But as stupid as these thoughts were, they offered him a glimmer of hope. Sariel's hand reached for his sword. Masayuki mentally prepared to die. His life flashed before his eyes in a sort of sloppy, haphazard manner. Man, I can't get over how hot this lady is. Seriously, she's got to be the hottest woman I've seen so far in my... Then a frigid chill came over him. His self-preservation instincts were shouting at him to stop with this train of thought. He decided to trust them. Second hottest, actually. Yeah, probably second hottest, because number one has to be... The face in his mind belonged to the blue-haired beauty, the last one he'd seen in his original world. Right, yeah, that one. She looked really sweet and everything, and way sexy, too. Not even the threat of imminent death deterred Masayuki from his delusions. But that was actually the right answer. Heroic true love detected. Now that the fourth hidden condition has been met, the unique skill chosen one will evolve into the ultimate skill, Lord of Heroes. Huh? Masayuki was lost. This wasn't love he was feeling. It was more like primal lust than anything. Why was this voice in his mind trying to pass it off as virtuous or whatever? It was so embarrassing. He wished he could complain about it to someone. And besides, why do I get an ultimate skill even though I didn't even do anything? He screamed to himself internally, accusing the world language of stretching way too far out to justify all that. But nothing could change these results. Besides, getting an ultimate skill whose purpose he knew nothing about didn't exactly seem like a winning edge against Sariel in front of him. I'm glad I got this and all, although it's coming a little late, you know. But hey, I've made it this far. If I'm done for, I want to go out with a bang. So Masayuki let a bold smile spread across his face. The effect was dramatic. Protect His Majesty! The Imperial soldiers on the scene, who had kept their distance up to now because they'd just get in the way, began an all-out suicide assault, like their lives no longer meant anything to them. Even those on the far outer edges of the field were doing this, and the results were even more awe-inspiring on soldiers closer by. I could feel it teeming within me. This must be what it feels like to be completely sure of your victory. With a shout, Caligulio thrust at Cornu. His hands had been full just defending himself before, but this self-sacrificial attack made Cornu flinch for just an instant. Minutes was no slouch either. Listen, Imperial soldiers! Let His Majesty bask in your courageous force! Driving his army on, he kept his eyes on Sariel, applying a pressure to keep the pressure on her. A unique skill would normally never work against an ultimate skill, but this time the attack was just enough to force Sariel back a little. Even the vampires were springing into action. Strange, huh? I feel so omnipotent right now, and it feels nice. So shouted one of them. Oh, I'm sorry. And it feels nice! So shouted one of them, a smile on his face, as he leapt at Cornu and had the lower half of his body blown off. Yeah! Taste the heat of my full power energy beam! Not a single care was given as they pressed forward, died, revived, and repeated the process again. I love this! Some of them were even using their perpetual resurrection skills to serve as human vampire shields for the other soldiers. And tense wasn't the half of it. This was a vast, vicious attack like nothing before. What made it possible? Masayuki's new ability, of course. Unlike his unique level skills, Lord of Heroes, while firmly in the lowest rank of the Ultimate family, granted him the chance to compete against anyone else's ultimate skill. It took someone with an EP of at least 100,000 to even withstand the effects of casting it. But even if Masayuki lacked that, his luck was giving him enough of a bonus to make up for it, and anyone who followed in his footsteps was given similar protection. What the fuck? Truly, it wrecked the whole balance of the fight. Just him alone on the field could reverse the tide of battle. It was an unbelievable ability, and if Masayuki hadn't had the chance to see Chloe Albert's unmasked face just now, he never would have awakened to it. Now, perhaps, it should be clear just how terrible a mistake Feldway had made. Either way, the battle was now firmly at a stalemate. This very delicate balance held reign over the scene for a bit more than 10 minutes. Naturally, that wasn't going to be enough to defeat the tag team of Cornu and Sariel, but realistically speaking, the battle was already decided. The moment Masayuki unlocked his ultimate skill, all the paths came together. Now, with the warriors finally buying enough time for themselves, the moment had come. Velgrund had just been erased from this world, and at the same time, the gears of fate began to turn.
Ooh.
Confirmed. Trans-dimensional soul corridor with the subject Velgrund established. Huh? Before Masayuki could think of anything else, she appeared. Oh, yep. Shit's going down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Before Masayuki could think of anything else, she appeared. At first, it felt to him like a wall of pure energy, but it wasn't. It took the form of a person, a beautiful woman, one from his own past. The cardinal aura she emitted, framed by her almost blindingly beautiful blue hair, belonged to Velgrin, the flame dragon, manifested right here on the battlefield. Her eyes contained the force to make all of creation bow to her. No one dared move. It was like time had stopped. Sariel was the same, silently waiting for Cornu's orders. Little more could be expected, given how this new presence had only just been born within her body. All the Imperial soldiers on the scene immediately recognized what this was. This was the most powerful figure in existence, the one who kept the Empire safe over so many years. Word had spread that she was locked in combat with Veldora right now, but apparently that was a false rumor, because here she was, in an embrace with Masayuki. There was just one explanation for this tender move. She was in love with him. I was looking for you, Ludora. I've wanted to see you for so long. She turned her closed eyes toward Masayuki as she held him close. Then she brought both hands to his head and gave him a warm kiss. It wasn't how Masayuki thought this would work out. Well, soft. Oh, or sweet? Or... Wait, His head began to boil. In a flash, all reasoning ability was erased. A terrifyingly beautiful woman was hugging him, which was fine and all, but my first kiss! The casual outfit, just a simple t-shirt and jeans, combined with Velgrin's natural beauty, created a supremely hip look, and she was kissing him. He'd be lying if he claimed not to like it, but he couldn't forget one important issue here. This stunning woman had just called him Ludora. Oh God, she totally thinks I'm someone else. Now wasn't the point where he could stand there and tell her, sorry, I'm not the guy I think you got the wrong guy. For one thing, she'd need to take her lips off his face before he could say anything. Masayuki needed to get a breath of air soon. Calm down. You need to stay calm in moments like these. He reassessed the situation. This was a battlefield. The enemy was right in front of him. He was making out with this world-beating beauty. And thanks to being this close range to her, he couldn't help but notice her ample chest against his. It was sublime, almost heavenly bliss. But he couldn't let himself enjoy it. What am I even doing here? He thought as his mind grew more muddled. One thing he knew for sure was that once she realized she had the wrong guy, his life was over right then. With all the many people witnessing this, it'd be impossible to talk his way out of it. Even with Masayuki's preposterous luck, he couldn't expect this to turn out in his favor at all. He was experiencing the sheer bliss of enlightenment, but he knew that his promised doom was just around the corner. So he stopped thinking. He was about to die anyway, and he just wanted to appreciate the fact that he got to experience this kiss at the very end. So he definitely enjoyed his final few seconds of life. Huh? Oh, defiantly. So he defiantly enjoyed his final few seconds of life. I mean, well, he definitely did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His consciousness grew hazy, like he was having a dream, and then the misunderstandings began to spread.
Oh.
His Majesty's a shrewd man indeed. Not to be vulgar, but yes, I agree. Looking at the two of them, I could feel a certain love that none could interfere with, and bonds that none could break. Lady Velgrin looks like a young girl in love, doesn't she? So the Empire's guardian dragon was smitten with His Majesty, was she? Indeed! Truly good tidings await the Empire in its future. Not one member of the audience harbored negative thoughts about Masayuki. In fact, none of them suspected he wasn't Ludora himself. He wanted to shout to them all about how wrong they were, but his lips were still occupied at the moment. But I've never even had a girlfriend, much less been married.
Yeah. Task failed successfully.
Yeah.
Yep.
He had to laugh at the absurd. You've literally described Masayuki right here as task failed successfully. Yeah. That's one.
What happened? I was just handed M&Ms.
Task failed successfully. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only I heard a good chunk of that. I just
yeah.
at the very end there.
All right. He had to laugh at the absurdity of the world, but then salvation came, in the form of Cornu, his enemy. Velgrind! Enough of this nonsense! Why? You're supposed to be under the thrall of Sir Michael! Why are you getting in my way? In Cornu's mind, Velgrind was a useful pawn, one fully captured and belonging to his side. Her interference right now was making him explode into an irritated rage. My, how boorish of you. You'd have to be an idiotic man to get in our way. Velgrind, finally removing herself from Masayuki, gave Cornu a dissatisfied frown. Her gaze was bracing, but it didn't stop him. Silence! Stop playing around and help me! Take that man you're embracing and choke the life out of him! It was the most taboo thing he could have said. I heard you keep saying "help me out," but did you have something to say?
No, yeah.
No.
Stop playing
that's
around and help me out.
Oh, okay.
Stop
playing around and help me out. Take that man you're embracing and choke the life out of him. It was the most taboo thing he could have said, and Cornu did not know how much wrath it inspired in Velgrind. You're saying you want me to kill him? All sound vanished from the battlefield. Only Cornu continued to shout, failing to realize what was going on. Am I hearing an echo, Velgrind? I don't care how strong you are. I'm your commander here. All you have to do is follow my orders. And Cornu never realized what was happening. Right up to the very end. He just didn't have the mental capacity to realize Velgrind wasn't who she used to be. No. You die. It was a merciless strike. The reborn Velgrind was incomparably stronger than before. Her magic now refined to a hilt. It precisely, accurately turned Cornu into a pile of ashes. Without a chance to counterattack or even get another word in, he was no more. And even more astounding, the attack worked its way across dimensions, a trick brought about by dimensional combo. Apart from her newly found ability, Transdimensional Leap, Cornu's real body in another world he now called home disappeared before it could even detect any danger. I let it slide last time, too. Such a fool. I had almost forgotten the grudge I had against Feldway. I should never have let myself do that. She spat out the words, then turned back towards Sario. Oh, her name's really Cronoa? Masayuki chimed in. She saved my life a second ago. It's okay. I won't do anything. I don't need to. Michael's influence made the ultimate skill Sario take root within her psyche, but she's resisting it all by herself. That's why she's motionless like that. But if you're still worried, you can have Rimuru look after her afterwards. Okay, that was...
There we go.
I'm sure he'll have just the right remedy for her. Not that it'll be necessary, I don't think. Velgrind turned away from Sariel, the occupier of Cronoa's mind, realizing she wasn't wary of Cronoa at all. Masayuki finally relaxed. I love this.
Yeah.
She shows up, just breaks everyone. How far away is the next? Okay, I think I can make that. So the battle came to a close. Many of its combatants were just as relieved as Masayuki, while others were so anxious that they could barely walk straight. Now, everyone here knew that what Velgrind really was. It was Bernie, standing next to Masayuki, who drummed up the courage to act first. He was the closest to Velgrind, and now he flew out and kneeled before her, almost on all fours. Marshal, I am Bernie, member of the Single Digits and rank number 7. I only hope that you are glad to see me. Enough, thank you. What do you want to say to me? Yes, my lord. I disobeyed the orders of my captain and refused to end the life of Masayuki, the young man here. I understand this is punishable by death, but before the execution begins, I beg you to listen to what I have to say. The scene fell quiet again. It was another bombshell for the crowds of soldiers watching. The marshal, the chief commander of the imperial military, was Velgrind herself. This threw a lot of the crowd for a loop, but far more of them were quickly convinced it was true. Now, as they grasped the concept, reality set in with them. They were all on the losing side of the war, and that meant Velgrind would see them as worthy of execution, a fate it was pointless to struggle against. Faced with the power of a dragon who could destroy this entire labyrinth, all they could do was wait for their fates to unfold. They instinctively formed limes, nervously awaiting their judgment as the conversation continues. Right. What is it? All of us before you remain just as loyal to the Empire as we always have. No matter what the Emperor decides, we are ready and willing and able to carry it out to the letter. It is with that in mind that I beseech you, my Marshal, to allow this army to return home. You are free to pin the blame for this on myself and the officers. None of us would breathe a word of dissent against that, but all right, all right. Bernie was crestfallen, his most earnest begging cut off midway. There was no avoiding fate. Tears flowed as he realized just how powerless he was. Velgrin rewarded that with a little snicker. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I give you the wrong idea? Maybe you're all not the brightest lights out there. But you did work hard for us. I appreciate that. Thank you for protecting my beloved Ludora. All the soldiers immediately took a knee, lowering their heads. So then, I wasn't thinking about doing anything to any of you. Only Ludora truly matters to me, but I know Ludora thinks the world of you all. So I'll grant you my protection. I always have and always will. Just like that.
just like
be
that.
fair,
Yeah, just like that.
She's actually had a couple years, because remember, she first found him in the regular world as younger, so this has been years for her.
Well,
She's
it's been
coming
years
back,
for
she's
him.
like, I just
It's
have
been
him.
years for him, and then it's been it's been a bit more than years because she's been moving from place to place, and not just in that one world. It's been decades for her.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Passage of time.
Passage of time has been different. It was like a gospel from heaven. Cheers erupted from the crowd. Some broke down in sobs. Caligulio in minutes among them. They believed it and were moved by everything Velgrin told them. Glory to the Empire! Glory to His Majesty the Emperor! The excitement was palpable, the noise deafening. Masayuki wondered what had gotten into these people. By the looks of things, this throng thinks that I'm Emperor Ludora. Like, come on, Bernie, tell them. If the truth comes out, it's me who's gonna pay for it, you know? She even kissed me. I'm so gonna be killed, aren't I? His name wasn't even Ludora, but nobody had on hand doubted that it wasn't. He wondered if his sanity was beginning to slip on him. That kiss was a sheer joy. But honestly speaking, Masayuki didn't want to get caught up in any of this. What's wrong? You don't look too happy. If there's something on your mind, by all means, tell me. The desolate Masayuki was a bit shaken when Velgrin directly addressed him. Oh, no, there's nothing on my mind. He had trouble assembling the words. The awkward display clouded Velgrin's face. Could it be, she gingerly asked, that you don't remember me? This felt like a test to Masayuki, but what was the right answer? Did it get it wrong and he was in huge trouble? Give me a break, he said to himself as his mind raced. If this was a yes-no question, then yes, he remembered her. She was definitely the beautiful woman who became the last thing he ever saw in his original world. But did he know her name? That guy called her Velgrin. Isn't that the name of Veldora's sister? Crazy strong and everything, and guardian of the Empire and stuff too? The internal struggle was paying off. More and more facts came into his head, and based on how the Imperial soldiers had reacted, his supposition was likely correct, so he placed this bet. You're Velgrin, aren't you? Velgrin's face erupted into a broad smile. Yes! Yes! You do remember Ludora! Even now, Masayuki's luck didn't abandon him. Simply being called by her name elated Velgrin, and that wasn't all. Ah! Now I realize why you had that concerned look. I was so overjoyed to see you that I forgot, but your name right now is Masayuki, isn't it? Things got better and better for him. Any concern that Velgrin had the wrong guy was now firmly in the past. Wait, what? This girl knows that I'm Masayuki Honjo? Sheer relief, the kind of relief that he hadn't felt since the day he was born. He was so relaxed he almost lost control of his bladder right there. Then he tensed up again before things went hairy on him. That's right. I'm not Ludora right now. I'm Masayuki. And I think I'm a little confused about all this and stuff. As he chuckled, he kept a careful eye on Velgren's reaction, but she wasn't the only problem. Based on how this has transpired, I'm totally sure the crowd here thinks I'm Ludora. If I say I'm someone else up here, I'm just gonna confuse them, won't I? It's just gonna confuse them, won't it? I can't have people accuse me of posing as the Emperor. I gotta tell them I'm not the guy. I'm the guy.
That's me. I'm not your dad. Sorry.
Attention, everyone! I'm the guy. Yeah!
No, that's not what I wanted to do.
That's not what I wanted to do. Damn luck skill.
Or Veldonava's like,
yeah.
it's okay. I'll handle it.
All right.
Everyone, this is the guy.
This is the guy. Yeah!
What? He's like, what the
I think it would be
fuck?
more like, guys, I am not your emperor. He's right. He's just like every one of us. But he's really our
What a
emperor.
true
No,
guy.
no, guys, I'm not. Yes, he's so humble. God, please, no.
No matter what, it's gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Like, dude, you might as well just stop. You're just gonna make it worse for yourself.
Yeah.
He wasn't sure if it was something he'd go to jail for, but either way, Masayuki wanted to set the record straight, so he decided to come clean, but Velgren wasn't having it. Oh, it's not a problem. The Empire's worthless. It's simply a possession of Ludora's, kind of a hobby of his. He just kept it safe because he needed it for his competition against Guy. If you don't think you want it, I could raise every square inch of it for you. Truly, it was the words of a god, an existence beyond human perception. The Imperial soldiers turned pale. All eyes were on Masayuki. No, stop! Don't! Quit acting like it's my fault!
I didn't do any of this!
Feeling the heavy burden of his responsibility and the eyes boring holes into his skull, he spoke up. No! I do cherish the Empire! Like, even Rimuru wants to be friends with it in the future and stuff. Once this war is over, we could sign a treaty and be friendly and so on, right? At the very least, he pleaded he didn't want the Eastern Empire to experience a border-to-border nuclear winter. The soldiers looked up to him like he was a god. If Velgren said she could do it, she would, and probably with a casual flick of her wrist, too. If Masayuki didn't protest, the Empire was doomed for sure. Everyone knew that, and now everyone deeply appreciated Masayuki. Yep, position secured. No matter what, everybody's thinking, he's the guy.
So, I just imagine it's like that time I got a girlfriend who's as strong as a nuclear bomb.
That time I got a girlfriend who's a dragon.
That's another light novel.
Who's a
itself.
primordial... Yeah, exac
No,
that time I learned my girlfriend was a primordial dragon.
That time I knocked up my girlfriend whose brother is a storm dragon.
Light novel volume 1 out of 87.
Right? Oh,
Masayuki
how is
would
my
get another-
little
would get his own
nephew?
spin-off.
Uncle Veldora is here.
It's just you hear like a
Imagine it's
canned
a
laugh
little
track.
3-year-old
and
kid,
applause.
and the first thing Veldora does is like try to slap him on the shoulder and just sends him through a wall.
Literally.
Ah,
No,
you
the
can
funny
handle
thing
it,
is,
it's fine.
the funny thing is, he comes to try and play with, and immediately Velgren comes over. Veldor! Blam! Just beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
My sister, what is wrong?
Canned laugh track.
Oh.
that time I won a waifu in a dungeon.
That's a different one.
That's a different one, but still accurate.
That time I won a waifu at a casino.
I read that
This
comment.
is
That's
a
good.
light
That's a good
novel
comment.
title, right? So
Yeah,
it's-
that's
So my girlfriend is a transdimensional dragon who is really a true dragon related to the storm dragon. So what?
God damn it.
Who's also the daughter of a
Alright,
dragon who
stop.
created
No,
another world.
Guys,
so.
I've got like one more page and we can stop. Let me get through it. All right. Oh, well, if that's how you feel, I'll keep helping with it then. Oh, well, if that's how you feel, I'll keep helping with it then. Velgren replied with a smile. The soldiers heaved a collective sigh of relief. Caligulio spoke for the crowd. There is, if you don't mind, just one matter I would like clarified for us. His face was pained. Clearly, he didn't want to say what came next. What's that? Velgrin asked, her voice indicating that she wanted this over with already. My lord, I wanted to inquire about Sir Ludora, our current emperor. What will, happen to him? A spark of recognition crossed her face. Ah, right. I guess none of you can visually see the essence of a person's soul. Ludora, right now, is nothing but a shell. The soul of the true Ludora has gathered here, inside my beloved Masayuki. Me? Yes, you. You may not recall it, but you absolutely were Ludora. That's why I love you. I love you, and I'll do my best to make you love me as well. Okay? Would a beautiful woman saying this fail to rouse the spirits of any man? Of course not! And Masayuki was no exception. But just because she was crazy for him now didn't mean that it'd last forever. He swore to himself that he'd work harder than ever, if only to ensure his luck held out. Exactly what he'd have to do, he'd work out later. It was with this newfound resolve that Masayuki quickly had to face another problem. Well, if Sir Masayuki is our true emperor, it's up to us to offer our support to his claim, isn't it? Huh? Indeed. It'll be tricky. In terms of bloodlines, he's a completely different person. Claiming he's an illegitimate child will be unlikely to work. I'm not sure if it's something we can fully sweep under the rug. Hold on! Does it matter, though? You can handle the issue with the military, Sir Caligulio. I can smooth things over with the nobility. I'm certainly not about to accept any dissent on this issue, after all. We can't afford to waste time on this either. If we fail, the whole empire will collapse. Caligulio immediately threw in his support. Bernie brought up a potential issue, and Minutes offered a solution. All three leaders were ready to devote their full powers to this, and so Masayuki, through no fault of his own, saw himself inching closer and closer to the throne. Well, Masayuki, you've got a big job ahead of you now. You've got a big job now, I'd say. Do I have the right to refuse? Probably not. He gave up. It was, after all, the opening to yet another new phase of his hapless life. Guys, I'm so happy that we had this portion of the chapter. You know why? Because if you just watched the new episode of Slime Season 3, they talked about the hero Lightspeed Masayuki. That's our boy! That's our boy!
This made me feel like he's a mixture. He's half of Buggy from One Piece, and the other half of him is Rito from To Love Ru. It feels like
he's also got a little bit of King from One Punch Man. He's like, I didn't ask for any of this.
King sprinkled in there too.
Yeah.
That time I was forced into taking the throne against my will by a deranged dragon.
Surprise dragon waifu.
That time I was forced into royalty.
Or if you wanted to, if you want a catchy manga title, surprise! I'm engaged to a dragon. There you go.
That time I got engaged to a dragon.
No,
that definitely sounds like a light novel.
It does.
No, surprise! I'm engaged to a dragon. That's a manga title sitting there too, buddy. That's definitely a manga title.
It would definitely open up with like a scene of like the altar, and he's like standing there, and then she's coming up the rows. He's like, "How did I get here?"
Now you're probably wondering how I got in this situation.
Yeah, exactly. You know the story
all about how
my life got twisted upside down.
All right, guys, thank you so much. If you would like to check out more from us, we have more content coming up. We're actually planning more variety of streaming content soon. I can't talk to you about it yet because we haven't finalized much. I know I'm doing the creepy fingers thing. Just deal with it.
Fingers.
But the fingers. Other thing.
Fingerprints.
Fingers.
No thanks.
If you haven't had a chance to do so, let me put this up here on the screen. Big thing. All right, there we go. Big post. If you have not had a chance to do so, make sure to go over and check out the Fat Dog Patreon and check out our posts on here. We've got slime. We've got random nonsense. We've got great nonsense. So we've got previews of the Konosuba script. the previews of the Shield episode 4 script. More nonsense that's been posted. Full episodes posted early if you want to see it. All sorts of great stuff on there. And yeah, it's all coming together. Updates. Updates on all the different projects as they are happening. I will not show you that. You have to pay for that kind of content. And then we get sneak peeks and early looks at certain episodes. All that and more on our Patreon. So please make sure you go and check that out. Of course, when I said full episodes are out, like I said, episode 9 is live. And patrons get the uncensored version. YouTube has the censored version. So if you want the uncensored version that we did, well, you'll have to go check it out over here on Patreon. And guys, it's not going to break the bank. You can be a patron for just $1 a month. It's pretty cheap. We're not trying to break your wallet.
You can make sure we feed our voice actors.
Or at least
$1 a month, technically.
Or at least our editors. I mean, if you want to do $1 a day, we're fine with that too. $30 a month would go so far to helping. It was really trust us. It really would.
Only if you can afford it. $1 a month is just fine.
Guys, here's the other thing. We completely made this whole ass song in-house. Remaruya, which was the thing that took almost the full 2 years to get out. But the song is fully live, and all of our patrons get the download link for it if they want to download it, and they get the full audio version of the song. It's the song that's actually in the credits, because we're ending season 1 with episode 9. Episode 10 will, in fact, be the beginning of season 2. So make sure to go and check out our Patreon today if you have not had the chance to do so. Please do. Make sure you check it out. All right, that having been said, thank you guys so much. I want to say a big thank you to Fenris, Moon, Sonic, and Shem for coming and hanging out with us for these Monday night streams of Slimy Time. I'm glad that we actually managed to get everybody kind of reading tonight. That was good.
Yeah.
I just said, fuck it. I'm not looking at a watch. I'm just like, when I see a place and I'm like, that seems like a good place to switch, I'm like, let's just do it. And since Moon had to go potty, I was like, Sonic, it's your turn. And so, Sonic, we gave you a bit. Yeah. We gave you quite a bit more time.
You could have gave me the whole chunk, honestly, of that. Probably.
We gave you a lot more time. I gave you Moon's chunk of time.
It probably would have been more
That's
time.
What I usually.
Or like 10 more minutes,
I swapped y'all out. I swapped y'all out. You got the full 30-minute chunk, and I gave him the 15.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I gave you the full 30 minutes. I gave us, we took the last 15, basically. And yeah, that was basically
feel that long, actually. It just flew by.
All right, so before we head out, thoughts? Any last minute thoughts? Obviously, Masayuki's luck is insane.
Fuck Masayuki.
She's got blue hair, and she really loves Masayuki.
She got that lapis lazuli hair, and
yeah.
I don't know what the android twins from DBZ have to do with this, but okay.
Or that. Well, I'm thinking more Minecraft. But
I know. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
Oh God, Cody.
I love
other. Cody,
I can't.
What are you messaging?
It's not. I love the response I got back from Yusei. The Das Tails just messaged me back. He's gonna be voicing Kazuma, and we're sending Kazuma gifts to each other. And literally, there's a gif of Kazuma praying, and it says "praying for good auditions." And he goes, "Hopefully it goes great." And it's just Kazuma saluting.
Yeah, there's like at least 3 projects that are being cast for right now that are technically under Fat Dog. At least that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I think Shield 4, Konosuba.
Oh, Shield 4. Oh, 4. So 4 then.
Shield 4, Konosuba Solo Leveling has technically been cast.
Yeah.
Oh, solo. Okay. So
there was no audition process for solo
leveling. And then
there was no audition process for audition process for solo leveling. Cody was just like, I'm gonna reach out to these people, see if they're available. If they are, bam. And most of us were like, yeah, we're available within the next 2 to 3 days. And he was like, yeah, that's been the biggest thing. Is Cody just kind of contacting me and go, dude, the turnaround time for people has just been insane. And I'm like, yeah, welcome to it, bro.
For whatever reason, this time of the year is just like really good right now, so we gotta milk it.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know how far I'm gonna get into the recording session tomorrow, but I hope we can get at least.
Well, here's the thing. Well,
you and Shem are gonna have fun tomorrow.
Well, no,
because I already got my lines recorded.
This is
going to
be
special.
This is going to be a thing that's going to be different. You're going to have recording in pre and recording in post, most likely, because there's going to be stuff that you're going to need to record after like visuals have been done, so they're like, oh, I can see what needs to be added here. And that's the same with that's going to be the same with Konosuba. I'm going to send them like video files and be like, all right, we need to have like sounds and noises for this scene here, and I'm going to send individual scenes. We're going to go over those scenes and be like, all right, I need you to record like fight sounds for this scene, or I need you to like really go for it. We're gonna go ham for this particular scene right here. I need you screaming random obscenities in the background, or bloody murder in the background, or this, that, and the other. Like, we're gonna have that kind of stuff. Also, there's background characters that have lines. We've got Stan and Gary in Konosuba, and not Gary from Sword Art Online Abridged, guys. Not,
you must save my family.
No. Different Gary.
Gary.
Anyway, we've got two characters that I just made up that are background characters that I'm just like, Stan and Gary, that's their names now. And yeah,
we must save his family.
Why not Steve and Gary?
We have enough Steves already.
Fair enough. But you know they pair well together.
How dare you? And anyhow,
it writes itself.
How dare you?
Look. Oh,
Basque and Robin.
Basque and Robin.
Good.
If I could throw this fork at you, I would.
I'm
pretty sure there'd be some.
Since they're the peanut gallery, name them Jif and Peter.
I can't wait for you guys to show up at a KaiCon. I have so much cutlery to introduce you to.
That you will get very closely acquainted to, I believe.
And your relationship will be intimate.
Please have a rusty spork.
Spork?
I like rusty spoon.
No, I get it.
Spoon. You're not good enough for the spork.
Yeah, fair. Forks are the ultimate form of utensil.
Like the feeling of rusty spoons on my salad fingers.
Hit him with a rusty spoon.
That's a voice I haven't heard in a while.
Okay,
so a new one. I want to say it was last year or the year before.
I have to ask you, Moon. Have you ever drank Bailey's from a shoe?
That one too.
Oh God.
Okay, so back to the book.
Right.
Back to... I didn't get
I find this chapter really, or this part really funny. I found it so funny.
Yeah.
You're supposed to make him die. No, you.
No, you. This was literally the Uno reverse card of like storytelling. It's like, you're supposed to kill him. No, you.
Yeah, she literally just you.
I'll kill you instead.
But no, you are already again.
Across all of space and
time. How did you know I was deathly allergic to tickling?
Did anyone ever tell you you're already an asshole?
How did you know I was deathly allergic to tickling?
To tickles.
All right.
You are already dead.
Guys, thank you so much. God. We will see you next time. I will see you on Friday. We're going to be playing Golfing with Assholes. Because you can't call it Golfing with Friends. You cannot call it Golfing with Friends because I know most of you and you're absolute jerks. So Golfing with Assholes it is.
I prefer Putt-Putt Party, thank you.
Putt-Putt Party?
Or Putt Party, I guess is one word.
Yeah, too bad. We're playing Golfing with Assholes.
Fest for sure.
We're playing Golfing with Friends this weekend. And then Minecraft again next weekend because we didn't get to do a lot of really good stuff on Minecraft and it was a short stream. So we're going to do Minecraft again next weekend. Also because I'm paying for it. Yeah, I'm paying for Minecraft. We're going to use it, damn it.
So
Once
back
a
in
month
the
at
mines,
least.
Got our pickaxe swinging from
I
side
mean-
to side.
I mean, shoot, we might as well because next week we actually might. Who knows? We might actually finish building the outside back of the cathedral or something. I don't know.
The cathedral
Still working on that?
It technically it never technically got finished at the back at the top, and we're missing 2 legs on the sides. So I didn't realize it until later, but I also realized I don't have the schematics for it anymore.
Oh no!
That's
It's been that long.
That's a big problem.
It's a
I
very
couldn't
big
even
problem.
build those fucking legs without using the damn schematic.
Oh, I know.
Do you at least have
I
some
don't-
of them built?
I mean, I know the schematics are somewhere around here on Discord. I just don't remember where. So,
Like, did you at least build some of the legs already?
Here's the yes, but
Okay, you
here's
should
the
be able
thing.
to mimic it
We
then.
have 2 weeks to search for them. That's the thing. And the funniest part was, Moon, that's how you and I like really like got like close was just Minecraft.
Just doing Minecraft.
Just
I'd
doing
see you're
Minecraft
on
stuff.
and you're just like, yeah, I'm just doing Minecraft. And I'm like, all right, sweet. Let me
It's
just jump
so
in and
relaxing
play
just
Minecraft.
building shit in
Yeah.
Minecraft, dude.
It was great.
Yeah. This is a good time.
Oh, I miss that.
Dude,
I hope I
like,
can
like
join
we
in
need
on
to
some
do
of
that
again.
again. And if nothing else, we just set aside a Tuesday night and just build some shit in Minecraft.
I
Just
mean, like we do
just
the
relax and build some shit in
gaming
Minecraft.
at the end of every month. We could just, and actually,
Well,
we
that's
could make it
Raft.
more
We're
fun. We could
almost
try
done
to,
with
like-
Raft. We're almost done with Raft. We could do some
Okay,
Minecraft
okay.
after that.
So then,
yeah.
after
Well,
Raft.
But it would have
Minecraft
to
would
be
more stable to have more people.
That's true.
Yeah, that is also true. That is also true. It would be wonderful to have Cody joining us. Cody, join us in Minecraft.
And we could either do like mini games, we could try certain maps, or we could
Oh,
do the big survival thing that we touch
that's
on every
the other.
so often.
Oh, that's the other thing, dude. I want to invite Calvin to like a Tuesday night Minecraft stream, and then because he's been wanting to update like the server and everything, so that we can have like the Japanese sakura trees, so we can have sakura trees in there.
Oh yeah.
But also, we've been meaning to add new worlds to the server, so we can do like adventure worlds and stuff like that. Like go take down the towers and stuff, kind of worlds where you have like different so we can do like actual like D&D adventure type stuff in Minecraft.
But Richie, there's only
I still
one
need to
thing
get
I
back into
want
on the one I
from-
did.
There's only one thing I want to experience in Minecraft and D&D, and that's something I'll never get in real life. A good night's sleep.
Oh,
I was gonna say, all I want for Christmas is you. If that plays, I'm gonna stab you. Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
No.
It's the spring. All right. Yeah,
She is
I
still
was- I would-
frozen for another 8 months.
No, she never gets unfrozen in this
All
house.
right, guys, let it go.
nope.
Don't
Nope.
hold it back anymore.
Nope. Here, I heard it playing there for a second.
Do you want to do some blow, man?
He's just.
I muted him. I
Best
server
part
I
of
muted
saw
him.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
saw that.
Cocaine in your cup. Good.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for tonight. Y'all have a lovely
Yes.
evening, and
Yes, you
hope
too.
things go well for you. Bye bye for now.